I'm showing this dog. He got a glass eye. The dog.
Guys with small dogs.
Hey, testing.
Testing, 1, 2, testing.
Put those damn headphones on. Put those damn headphones on.
Can't wait to hear these great heads.
Okay.
Joey Headphones, that should be your name. Allah, before we start,
hey.
thanks so much, buddy. You're the man. Thank you.
No worries, Artie. How you been, pal?
Great. We're completely uncensored, so I'll be using the N-word and a lot of Italian slurs too. Don't worry about it.
Looking forward to it.
I'll even it up.
Yeah, just sprinkle the infield.
Whatever he doesn't cover, I'll make up the difference.
No, exactly. Chris handles his Italian slurs.
Nice.
All right, no,
nice. That
back.
sounds like a team.
Yeah, you won't be allowed in the CBS building when you're done with this. No, thanks, man. I appreciate it, and we'll.
No worries, man. Thanks for having me on.
All right, the Artie Lang Uncensored Podcast, ArtieQuitter.com. Chris Cotton and Joe Matarese here, my boys, co-hosts. They're here, and one of my good friends, man. This is a guy who was just. This is the guy who's the direct opposite of me. Like when you have a son, you hope he turns out like Ala Abdulabi. When you have, you hope he doesn't turn out like me. Like I totally think that the reason Howard Stern never had another kid because he had 3 perfect kids, and I think when he met me, he goes, "What if I have a kid that turns out like Artie?" Like he's 3 for 3. Why take a risk and maybe have Artie? But and my mother would probably rather have an Ala Abdulabi. This is just a nice guy, smart, a great athlete, a good friend. I mean, you know.
Well,
He's got to be a multimillionaire. He's on my show I do for my kitchen. He's taking his time.
Listen, man. I don't know where the check supposed to be sent, Artie, because I really appreciate that.
I'm just trying to say you're someone I aspire to be, and I fall short.
Aim higher, man. Aim higher.
Well, listen, I try to aim higher, but it's hard to be Charles Barkley.
Well, hi to Chris and Joe, first off, man.
Hey, what's up, man?
Yeah, do you know
How you
Al
doing?
Abdulabi is a basketball fan? He played for Duke. He was on the Duke team that lost to UNLV. But you won a title with Duke, right, or no?
No. I didn't win it. As soon as they got rid of me, they won 2 in a row. So that's called addition by subtraction.
Oh, actually, I thought you know what? I thought you were a better person. That's right. No, but he goes to the kid. He's without basketball, smart enough to get into Duke anyway. Goes to Duke, plays for Mike Krzyzewski. Of course, graduates because everybody graduates. And Duke is like an Ivy League school, and then goes into the pros. But you know, what did you major in at Duke, Ala?
Political science, man. So I learned about BS.
Political science is a Jersey way of saying white pussy. So you and Grant Hill have the same major.
That was great.
Talk about Krzyzewski, man. You played for, I mean, Dean Smith just died. We'll get into that, Tarkanian. But would you think Krzyzewski's better than those two as the best ever? You got Bobby Knight's in the, maybe Rupp is in the conversation for college basketball. Would you have to say Krzyzewski is the best?
I'd have to say, and I'm obviously a little biased, but I've heard others say it as well. He may be the best of all time. In other words, you could put John Wooden on that list too. And what I mean by that is it's much harder now to stay competitive year in and year out. In other words, there were a lot of advantages that UCLA had that they took readily.
Yeah, well, Wooden, that's true. With the championships, Wooden, it's always, what do you have, 11 in a row or something?
Yeah, he had 11. So that's pretty amazing. But when you think about it, I think to be able to do it in this time and to be consistently good for 30 some odd years, I think that's harder to do.
Well, yeah. I mean, listen, the centers back then were so dominant. When Wilt Chamberlain played some team, he was 7 foot. Everybody else back then, it looked like the Globetrotters playing the Generals or something.
And UCLA had Kareem first and then Walton after.
Yeah. 2 7-footers who just dominated. I mean, could you think of anything more unstoppable than Kareem Abdul-Jabbar's skyhook? I mean, what's more unstoppable?
And I grew up a Laker fan because my Knicks at the time were good when I was real early, and then they kind of stunk when I was like in my teens. So I rooted for the Lakers a little bit because of Kareem. And he's the all-time leading scorer because no one can stop that thing.
Right. Now, you've told me in private a bunch of times that Christian Laettner is just a load. There's no way you like that guy, right? Your thoughts?
I'll tell you what, man. I'll tell you what. Here's the thing. When he first got to campus, we fought like the first week because he.
You know why? I'll tell you why you clashed, Alla. This is an educated guess. Because he's an asshole and you're not.
You know what it is? Freshmen always want to test the waters and see how far they can get away with stuff. You're new on the scene and you want to see what you can get away with. And I think he may have tried the wrong dude. That's all. So,
right.
But since then, Coach made us roommates on the road. So whenever we traveled, he was my roommate wherever we went. So we got over that. And then when he got older and a little bit more mature, because you got to remember, I was a senior when he was a sophomore. So when he was a freshman, I was a junior. Mm-hmm. So he was still learning. I was a little bit ahead of him as far as being mature. But when he got it and the light turned on, he was great to play with. He was probably the guy that I had to worry least about. I knew he'd always be ready.
Right.
And Artie, I hate to break your heart, man, but we're still friends to this day.
No, I'm sure you are, because he knows he had to calm down.
Exactly.
Who won the fight?
I'm betting on Alla.
Put it this way, yeah, I landed more, but
right.
it never got to where any of us fell down, because you remember like when Larry Johnson and Alonzo fought and they swung like 100 times and no one landed a punch. Kind of like that. Big guys aren't really made for boxing. You know what I mean?
No. Well, lanky guys sometimes in basketball and baseball, it's funny. These great athletes, when the fights happen, it's hilarious because they don't know how to fight.
Yeah, there's a lot of swinging and missing.
Right. I mean, some of these relief pitchers that get into fights at the mound, they have an arm, they can throw 102 miles an hour. They throw a punch, they look like Sarah Jessica Parker.
Classic fight. Yeah. Shaq versus
don't they have to protect? It's like
fight.
Protecting your money, though. I mean, that's what they make their money on, is their arms, and
No, but that's I'm saying that when they're so mad they don't even think about it. And in the middle of a fight, they look retarded or gay or
Do you
something.
remember when Robin Ventura tried to rush Nolan Ryan and he got him in a headlock and beat his ass? I thought that was.
That's right. Yeah.
Don't rush the mound, especially when Nolan Ryan's on the mound.
No, I know. He could fight. You know what's could fight? Ray Knight on the Mets. He dropped people, that guy. It was like boom, boom.
I wouldn't want to mess with Paul O'Neill for some reason. Did he ever get any big ones?
Well,
he seems a little off, too, doesn't he?
You don't want to mess with a guy. If a guy destroys a water cooler because he lines out to first, you don't want to mess with him.
That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. The man's having his own personal tirade, and you're going, what is driving him? He's a little off. So
now, Krzyzewski's a military guy. I mean, you're such a nice guy, but you've got to have a competitive side. Are you the type of guy that needs a coach to bring out that sort of evil in you when you're competitive?
Artie, you know me well, pal. That's exactly it, man. Because if it was up to me, I'd want everybody to have a good game, and I'd want it. But bottom line is, we were there to win. And to get to my goal of graduating and having a chance to get to the league, we had to kick other people's asses. That's the bottom line. That's the only way you stand out, is if you're part of a winning team. So
right.
I had to learn that from him. There were plenty of times when, I had to learn, for those 2 hours, you've got to be, excuse my language, an asshole.
Yeah, exactly.
And because the other option is you're going to get beat on, for 2 hours. So unless you enjoy getting beat on, you better do something about it. And that was the transformation I had. But, he's a tough son of a gun, man. And I got a lot of that from him while I was there. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, I know you never hear a bad word about Krzyzewski. You don't. Unless one of my buddies has a bet against Duke, then you hear a lot of But okay, Jerry Tarkanian died recently, and so did Dean Smith. Let's talk about these two guys. You went head-to-head against Tarkanian, and that was that UNLV team. Listen, man, if I were you, I would have complained to the league, because my favorite picture of all time in the history of sports scandals is 3 players on the UNLV.
The hot tub, baby.
3 players from UNLV, Larry Johnson and maybe Stacey Augman and 2 other guys, are in a hot tub. This appeared, I think, in Sports Illustrated, with their arms around the guy whose nickname is The Fixer. I mean, UNLV was just, they were an impressive team to watch, but just basically criminals on the court, right?
No, they weren't. Come on. Here's the thing. There were some outlaws there. There were some rebels there. But you know what we got? You know what I got out of that game in 1990 when they blew our doors off? Let's be honest.
They did. They beat you by like 30 points, right?
They beat us by exactly 30. Yeah, I think it was 103-73, something like that. It was ugly. I mean,
I had UNLV in the over.
Nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
But the thing I remember from that was, because going into that matchup, it was the good guys against the bad guys, you know, the white hats against the black hats. And when we got out on the floor, I realized that they were playing for one another just like we were. They were together with one another as a unit just like we were. They loved each other. You know, in other words, you could see them on the sideline.
They were unreal together. Yeah, they were. Like
you know what I mean? So
yeah.
there wasn't a lot of difference. I remember thinking to myself, like, man, they're just like us. They play D. They pass the ball. You know what I mean? So you don't get to be that good if you just got 5 guys that aren't on the same page.
Well,
give Hart credit, because he used to get like a bunch of different guys to play together. That's hard. Because at Duke, we were all kind of the same person, you know, good kid from a good family. We were used to listening to our parents, so Coach K was an easy adjustment. But these guys came from all over the place.
Right.
And to get them to buy in and play for one another, that was harder to do. That's impressive to me.
Well, yeah, I think Krzyzewski would probably has a rule against taking a picture with someone whose nickname is the Fixer, if you're honest.
Yeah, probably does. Probably does. It's not written, but it's probably there. Yeah.
But it was a great matchup because you guys fundamentally like running high pick and rolls and all these like fundamental great basketball plays. And Bobby Hurley is the epitome of like a white point guard. Like to me, a white point guard is always a bad thing unless your sister's dating a point guard. But that's the only time I like a white point guard. But but you guys were really and they were really street UNLV to the point where they were so. Do you remember like a defensive rebound? Tarkanian was so confident that Augman or Larry Johnson was going to get the rebound, that as soon as the shot went up and it looked off from the other team, he would just
point to
the other side. And Anthony and that other guard, Anderson Hunt, would just run down the court. Augman or Johnson would get it and throw it down the court, and they'd score.
That's it, man. They didn't even run offense. They just played D, grabbed the rebound, like you said, and they were off and running. People forget Anderson Hunt, who never played in the league, who's probably the 4th, maybe 5th best guy on that team. He had 29 that night from just what you were saying, all them runouts. Because if he would have had to go up against some defense, he wasn't good enough to score. But he didn't have a defense to go up against. It was the long pass, layups, and dunks.
Well, listen, and I know you're a nice guy and you don't want to badmouth anybody, but I don't know. I don't know if that UNLV team went to class so often. I mean,
they probably didn't go as often as we did. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, and look, in fairness to Larry Johnson, it's tough to juggle a basketball schedule and 11 children with 9 women. Yeah, that's a hard thing to
a lot of time on it. A lot of demands on his time, huh?
No, I mean, listen, like that Cromartie guy on the Jets with 14 kids with 12 women. On the old Nick and Artie show, we used to feature one of Cromartie's kids every week.
Nice.
And but you know what it is? That's a manly thing. This is why I love the blacks. And Chris, this is pointed to you.
Okay.
And a lot of Italians are like this too. And I wish I was more macho like this. If I was a rich man, that's what the Romans did. I would spread my seed.
You took the words out of my mouth.
If I'm in St. Louis, I'm going to come in a woman in St. Louis. And guess what? Now the problem is hers. That's it.
You're God.
Right, exactly. I have to run the triangle offense. Let me know if the kid needs braces.
Exactly.
And my Jewish lawyer will send you a check.
Exactly. There you go.
Actually,
that's damn nice of you, Artie. That's damn nice of you.
Actually, a white guy on the Jets told me this about on the NFL. When a black defensive back, now maybe you know this, Alan, when a black defensive back successfully talks a stripper into an abortion, they have a barbecue. Is that true?
Oh, wow. I did not hear that, but that's a hell of a way to celebrate a death, huh?
Well, listen, it's before 3 months always. It's never a late term one.
Let's have more raw meat.
Yeah. Now,
oh, my God.
We're losing Joe.
I asked Mark Sanchez who his favorite Cromartie kid was. He didn't even
know them all.
He didn't even hesitate. He said, "I like Jersey the best."
Oh my God!
No, Sanchez knows them all. Cromartie had no idea. But that's a man. That's a man. I'm a man. I'm a rich man. I'm going to spread my seed. You're a wench.
Here's my problem. What's going to happen when he's not playing football anymore and all of them kids come to him and say, I got college tuition, Daddy. What are we going to do?
Exactly. Well, that's why, a lot of players die broke. Look, I'm fully expecting a chubby Filipino kid from fucking Vegas to show up at my doorstep one day and want to go to private school in Jersey.
Daddy.
Yeah, exactly. I just think Duke does it right. I don't know why other programs can't be more. Well, what do you think of Calipari in Kentucky with the 1 and out thing? Do you think that's good for these kids, or he's just outright saying in your face, "Look, we're going to do 1 year and be good, and then you're not graduating."
Look, I think it's good for the kids that want to go 1 year or try, to kind of expand their brand, if you will, so they're known, so they can be drafted. But that doesn't necessarily have to mean it's in college. In other words, I don't think it's good for college hoops. I think it's good for the kids that want to stay 1 year and then go play. But you can do that elsewhere. There's the D League now that's becoming available. And if you created something else for kids, in other words, you either make them stay 2 years in college at least, or they go right away.
Right.
But if you go to college, you got to at least pretend to be a student. The reason why I say 2 years is because the rule right now is 1. So if guys know that they're only staying 1 year, they don't go to class the second semester.
Right.
And then they're not really students. If you make them stay 2 years, they've got to at least have 1 year under their belt.
Right.
And I think that makes you a student, at least. Right now, you're a guy biding your time until the draft in June. That's all you're doing.
Don't you think, we'll turn into the pros now, do you think you could go to any Mexican prison, throw a rock, throw 12 rocks, and hit 12 guys at random who are better than the New York Knicks at basketball?
Listen, I think you can go right outside the Garden. Leave like at the end of the first quarter and just pick up 12, dude. Just any 12. And I'm a Knicks fan. It hurts me to say that, but man, and you know what? I'm hoping, like a lot of Knicks fans are, that we'll turn it around. But man, until we do, it really does stink, man. I mean, we're having a hard time. We're brutal.
I've never seen a worse basketball team in my life, including like at the Jewish Y.
The Sixers.
Yeah, and this shows you
the
why.
Sixers are worse?
Sixers
They're going to shut Carmelo down after the All-Star break because it's not even worth him possibly getting hurt. There's nothing to play for. So why put your most, you know what I mean? Whether you're going to trade him or keep him next year, what's the point of playing him the last 30 games of this season when nothing good can come of it, only bad?
And Phil Jackson, man. I mean, he was living in L.A., smoking great weed, listening to the Dead. He was in his shorts in January. Now he's parallel parking on 31st Street in snow with dog shit on it.
Yeah,
and everyone's blaming him.
Way in.
What does Phil Jackson do? What's his move, Allah? Like, how do you begin to fix that?
I think the first thing you've got to do is you're going to probably have to eat some contracts. Because we've got too many guys making too much money compared to what they're producing out on the floor. You know what I mean?
Right, like who? Who would you think? Who's on that list?
Oh, my God. Start with – I'd leave like guys like Galloway. I'd get rid of J.R. Smith. I'd get rid of all these guys who are trying to use the Knicks team right now in this season to just get their numbers up. You know what I mean? There's got to be guys. And I bet you that's what Phil Jackson is looking at right now. Who's going to play for the Knicks and who's playing for themselves? And whoever falls into that second category about being selfish will not be there next year. Because to be good, you can't have dudes like that on the team. Right. So he's right now with nothing to play for, watching to see guys like Langston Galloway, the new guys, whether or not they're playing hard every night when there's nothing else to play for, because I think he's looking for character right now. Right. He's trying to see who has it.
Well, I think from a business standpoint, to sell tickets, they got to start taking some risks. Like I think one night they should just let their wives play a game.
You know what I think?
Like La La Anthony.
I will go watch that. I will definitely go. They should make the Sixers wives play the Knicks wives.
Now,
I'd watch Lala. I'd watch Lala running around.
I used to live with a hot chick. Now I live with a guy from Chicago, and his favorite show.
Step up.
One of his favorite shows on TV that he DVRs quite a bit is the Rich Kids of Beverly Hills. I don't know if you've seen that show. Were you aware that Magic Johnson has a homosexual son?
Yeah, I did know that.
All right. Well, okay. I don't know. You got what was a memo sent
I
around?
did know that. I believe it was the one that they were worried about having AIDS when he was born. I might be wrong on that.
Oh, really? Well, because he was HIV positive when he got her pregnant?
Exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. Back when the news broke, she was pregnant.
Do you think has science found the link between that and homosexuality?
I don't know.
Let me pick the one you had when you were HIV positive. Is it him?
Yeah.
Is it him with the Birkin bag and the? I tell you, he's a nice kid. I love him. Him and that Ross the intern. I love those guys on the red carpet.
Listen, they're entertaining to say the least, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Magic Johnson is a very entertaining kid, but do you think it's a very macho sport, basketball? Do you think a basketball player is disappointed if they have a gay son in any way, or you know?
You know what? I think it all depends on like the guy. You know what I mean? I think it all depends on how you were raised and how open-minded.
Well,
you were,
Magic's from the hood, and it is a
very... and I think it's difficult. I mean, let's face it. Put yourself in anybody's shoes. Nobody wishes that for any of their kids, and if and when it does happen, you've got to either adjust and accept it, or like old school people used to do, where they would shun the kid and never talk to him again. And
no, of course not.
So that's not going to happen. So I think Magic, whatever is in his heart, I can't tell you, but I know that he's probably doing the best with what he's got right now, whether he likes it or not,
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that? The concept, people think that in the black community we're so anti-gay. It's not really the
Italians get that too, and it's true.
It's true to a point, but it's like one of the things where it's like, biblically, we are like, okay, you shouldn't do it because biblically. But then it was also there are way more gay people in the black community that everybody's like, yo, gay Tony, come on,
Listen, as someone in comedy, and Joe, you'll agree.
So
Chris, I'm sure you agree. Is there anything funnier than a gay black guy?
I mean,
if you want to get a laugh in a sitcom, just put gay black guy enters, and then that's it.
Black gay guys are pretty hot right now.
It's always funny.
I'm trying to think of one.
I can think of 30.
Magic.
I remember. What was the skit that Damon Wayans used to do on in Living Color when they were at the movies?
Him and David Allen Greer.
And he'd have that little hat on, crooked off to the side of his bald head.
I give that 2 snaps in a head roll.
Exactly.
I love that sketch.
Now, did you see the Matt Damon, Michael Douglas Liberace movie?
Oh yeah, that. You know what? Can I be honest? I couldn't watch the whole thing through, man. I had to turn it off, walk
because the
away,
boner, right?
Catch it 3 days later.
Oh my God.
Because it's kind of as a guy, it's a kind of a hard thing to watch, man. And Rob Lowe is tremendous in it.
Yeah,
he's the creepiest of them all. But yeah, I couldn't watch it. At times, it just got to be a little much. So you're like, okay, I'm watching something else.
Well, I mean, listen, but you see, you're being an honest man. This is what podcasts are for, honesty. I don't hate anybody, and I want everybody to be nice and happy and healthy and wonderful, but I have lost sleep over the thought of Matt Damon fucking Michael Douglas in the ass in a blonde wig. I mean, but Matt Damon, certainly Liberace is the bottom. Okay, we know that. But my gracious, that was a little too graphic for me.
Yeah, man. That's, again, like I said, and those two are great actors who throw themselves into the roles, too.
They get an Oscar from me, man.
Oh, man. But like I said, at times you're sitting there going, ooh, I don't know if I can watch this anymore. So,
the only reason I wouldn't give him an Oscar is I'm afraid what they do with it.
Okay, I've never seen it, but is that scene more graphic than the chick on Girls Getting Ass?
It doesn't play in South Philly in the projects? It's not your favorite? No, what chick?
Is this from the chick from Girls when she got an ass ate fucking on the first episode?
Oh, well, that's heterosexual.
I'm saying, but was it more graphic? What was more graphic? Him?
I didn't see that. Dan's seen both of them.
Dan, which one is
No,
more
wait,
graphic?
but just picture Matt Damon's head over Michael Douglas's shoulder, like a moon.
Do you want me to get hard? Is that what you want me to do?
I
just have a way with words.
Michael Douglas is so believable, too. Michael Douglas is really good as Liberace.
Well, here's what's creepy about it. He does a perfect Liberace impression, but you realize he's talking like Michael Douglas.
He's doing a perfect Michael Douglas.
He's doing Michael Douglas from Wall Street. I mean, you're a celebrity, Al. Have you ever been to an orgy where you saw Mike Douglas accidentally end up with a dick in his mouth?
I can't say that I have, Artie. I've been looking, but I've yet to see it.
What kind of do you think do basketball players get the most pussy in the world per capita?
Listen, I would think. Here's the thing: basketball players as a whole are not the best looking group in the world. So
no, I agree with you.
So I think their accomplishments have to be put in that context. You know what I mean? That the fact that they get any looking the way they look is a miracle.
Right.
I think tennis players, believe it or not, we always overlook them. I think tennis players clean up.
I think basketball players,
they get international puss on a higher level.
Right.
Yeah.
Bowlers.
You know who else too? I think baseball players have an advantage too because
baseball Derek
players,
Jeter and that. Yeah.
Well,
yeah. Plus, you can see their face, not like a football player where their helmet's not hidden. Hides their face. And the other thing is when they land on the road, they're in cities playing 3 games, so they don't leave for a while. So you have time to establish relationships when you're in each city. You know what I mean?
Oh no, absolutely. Is it the type of thing where did you know guys with a chick in every city? Like that type of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not every city. There were 29 other teams, but sure. I mean, especially if you were single.
Right.
I knew guys that as soon as we landed somewhere and we checked into a hotel, they'd be gone.
Now, listen, we all know where we were when Kennedy got shot. We all know where we were when the space shuttle blew up. Where were you when you found out that Bruce Jenner traded in a dick for a pussy?
I thought you were going to ask me where I was when Magic made his announcement. You went a whole other direction.
Did you see Kim Kardashian's daughter with Kanye West wrote her first composition for school?
Wow, she can write?
Yeah, it's called Daddy's Pussy Sting.
Oh, wow. Listen, I remember Bruce in Montreal in 1976 holding up the U.S. flag, after he won the decathlon.
Right.
So he was a hero. He was on every Wheaties box and everything. So now to see this,
isn't another way to
crazy,
say I'm gay? I'm running the decathlon.
You know what? I used to think that they were all manly. I'm going to have to rethink that, man.
Now, if you're manly, you do what you do, or football or something. You don't go. Guess what I'm doing? I'm the best athlete in the world, so I'm going to go on the uneven bars.
Yeah, I'm going to throw a javelin.
I'm going to throw the javelin.
I thought you were going to say he wants the javelin thrown, and he'll catch it with his ass cheeks.
Yeah. He likes the last part of the event when it lands.
That's funny.
Now, Magic Johnson's kid being gay, we attribute that to maybe the HIV. We don't know. We'll leave that to the doctors. Why do you think he's obese? He's enormously fat.
Oh, he's like 6'7" and huge.
You talking about Magic?
No. His
or the kid?
Homosexual son.
Magic's kind of over.
Oh, I don't. That's a good question. I would imagine. Listen, unless there's something physically wrong, then my next guess would be it's got to be something emotional.
Probably
I would imagine.
Yeah, you think he's the type of kid who gets depressed and goes right for the.
Yeah, it's got to be hard being Magic Johnson's kid. You know what I mean? It's got to be hard. I mean, in some aspects, it's got to be easy. You know what I mean? For sure.
But if any city has low-fat jizz, it's Los Angeles.
I mean, and Magic's daughter is fucking smoking. You ever see his daughter?
Magic's daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, she is fucking gorgeous.
Oh, my God. Really?
I would probably eat his son's ass just to get to the daughter if I got to.
Wow.
What, is that too much?
Jesus.
That joke was funny when Richard Pryor told it. No, Richard Pryor said that, right? She's so fine, I'd suck her daddy's dick.
Yeah, a lot of people. Yeah, it's been said.
That's when he lost me in that album. It really is. It's weird how the world goes and the cookie crumbles. Anybody in the NBA that you just couldn't stand? You're a nice guy. You probably won't say it, but anybody who was just that you could mention that was such a jerk off that everybody hated.
You know what? I think it's hard because you don't get to know everybody off the floor, but when they're on the floor, it's kind of accepted that they're, an ass because they're supposed.
Hello?
Did we lose him?
I think
we might have dropped him there.
Yeah, it seemed like the call dropped.
Oh, damn.
I wanted to hear on the court.
I want to know who's
first. He's going to tell us on the court who's an ass.
Yeah, I want to know who's on the court.
Allah?
I was also going to say before Magic Johnson's son.
I think it's KD.
Did he eat Twinkies from like behind the back up in the air? That's all. That was the only stupid joke I could think of.
I think KD.
Allah's publicist probably cut the wire.
This is getting a little much.
The Magic Johnson kid thing is very strange.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about it. I'm such an idiot.
He's so gay.
He does the red carpets with Ross Matthews.
Yeah.
No. I'm saying he reminds me of he's the black version
Oh,
of
he's
Ross.
the black. He's like that.
Ross
that
is the
effeminate.
white Magic's kid.
Right.
I think he's going to say Kevin Garnett. He's infamously a dick.
KG.
Yeah, KG.
Stephon Marbury, I heard.
On the court.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. That he just didn't play with others well. He was like the best one-on-one guy, but didn't get along with other guys. Because a lot of guys, all those great guys, talk shit. Magic, Bird, Jordan.
Well, you guys thought I didn't know a lot
Allah?
about football.
Allah?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm sorry, man. I thought maybe your publicist cut the wire. We were getting a little too close. We figured it out, so you don't have to say it. Kevin Garnett is just unbearable, right?
You know what? I never really went up against him, but I have heard that. I have heard that he's a difficult dude. Yes.
What is the camaraderie like in the league? Could you put how competitive were you?
Well, I'll tell you this much. There's a lot more friendliness going on now for my taste. In other words,
I agree with you.
Yeah, man, you're not supposed to be hugging it up right before the game when fans are right there. The fans don't want to see you be friends.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I think there's way too much. Even like in football, when they get down on one knee and pray as two teams. Come on. The fans don't need this. Yeah, the fans don't need to see that. The fans want to think that you hate each other because I paid $250, $300 to see you guys go at each other. I don't want to see you hugging it up at the center circle right before the ball goes up.
Even Mark McGwire, when he hit the 60-second home run, everybody on the Cubs, like Sammy Sosa, runs in and hugs him.
I think that I'll give him an exception for that, even though it was awkward. But I'm talking about this. This happens every night, every game.
I hate it.
You know what I mean? That's not cool.
Like
that's
LeBron,
not cool.
LeBron should hate. Like Magic and Isaiah were best friends off the. They hated each other when it was time to play. When it was time to play, they
would kiss each other. Magic and Isaiah.
Yeah, but fucking on the court, they would elbow each other and do it.
I remember Magic. I remember Magic knocked the crap out of Isaiah one time when he was coming in the middle of the lane for a layup. Isaiah got up, went to the free throw line, didn't say a word because it was understood.
Well, Jordan hated Isaiah, right? That was he kept him off the All-Star team and everything like that.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why Isaiah may not have, and I don't want to speculate too much, but Isaiah probably wasn't invited to the Olympic team in '92.
Exactly, sure.
Because I think that, I don't think MJ wanted to hang out with him.
Why do some of those Olympic teams not gel, Allah? Like, why does every great player in the world, is basketball that much of a team sport where,
you know what it is, Artie, and the thing about it is it's so hard to get all those guys because you don't get to practice like you do when you're NBA teams, where you're with them 10 months out of the year and you're being paid by them. These guys meet for like 3 weeks right before the tournament, and they're supposed to play against teams like in Europe that play with each other much more often.
Yeah.
So our guys, however good they may be, don't get to play with each other as long as the teams they're playing against. So I think that's why the tables look a little more even than they really are. If we had a team that played with each other for 4 years every summer, they'd be a lot better than we're seeing now, but it's not the case.
Right. Joe, do you have any thoughts? Any hoops questions? I'm sorry.
I have a question.
I could talk to Al all day because Al's a guy who knows. He first of all, he's a nice guy. He played for Duke and in the pros, so he knows everything. You know what I mean? It's like he's a fun guy to talk to. I'm a big sports fan.
Well,
so
I thought Carmelo Anthony was going to try to play in the All-Star game, but then he had an injury that he was going to have to sit out for the rest of the season. But he wants to try to play the All-Star game. Am I wrong?
Oh, really?
No. That's another way of looking at it. Yeah, I mean,
apparently Joe's very wrong.
Am I wrong?
No, he's got an injury, but I don't think it's an injury that was going to, prevent him from playing. I think the reason why he's going to sit out the rest of the year is because they got nothing else to play for.
Right.
And why? And what happens if he blows out his knee? When you know what I mean? And with 20 games left to go, and they have no shot of even making a playoff, then the season is an even bigger loss. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they don't want that to happen. Play with the team you got out there without Carmelo, and make sure whether either you trade him or you use him next year that he's ready to go.
I got a question. I'm a huge fan of a lot of people, but I'm a huge Allen Iverson fan. I'm fucking from Philly, and we love them.
I mean, who doesn't like a guy who doesn't like a guy who changed women in his basement?
Oh, he's good.
I just thought of one. I got one. I'm after you.
How do you feel about the trajectory? I'm after you. The trajectory
of chick-like thing I've ever seen
of Allen Iverson's career. How do you feel about that? I mean, I hate it personally.
Great player. Great one-on-one player, right?
It all ended like shit, dude, for him.
Right. Yeah, but you know what? I think here's the thing, man. If you get to the league and you're not prepared to deal with loot and the amount of loot you're going to get, then you're not going to have it when it's done. You know what I mean? It's culture
shock, isn't it, though?
Yeah. And from what I heard, man, he was rolling with 8 or 9 dudes, 6 or 7 cars, a couple of homes, and you simply can't do that. He made $150 million from Reebok alone, let alone what he made from the Sixers in his career. So to have all that go away, that's because he had to support 8, 9 dudes. You know what I mean? And that's not going to last forever. And the question is, now that he's broke, where are those 8, 9 dudes now? You know
I think as soon as you get a tattoo on your upper neck, that's when you've crossed the line. A tattoo on your upper neck is like...
I was thinking about getting a Artie Lang tattoo right here on the upper neck. Not a good move?
No. But, and Iverson was everyone talks about that crossover he did on Jordan and stuff.
Oh, man, he was one of the pound for pound, one of the best players and one of the toughest players. I mean, think about it. He spent half the night on the court, on the floor, and would pick himself right up and go right back at you again. That's rare, man.
Without going to practice.
Rare. Yeah, no practice. Fuck him.
Never showed up in practice.
I love AI. I always argue people with just to having a good argument. You can put him in the top 5 point guards. Well, ever if you want to really argue.
I loved him. I loved him from high school. Ever since when he hit that white chick at the bowling alley with a chick.
Smart move. Yeah. Joe had a question.
The practice press conference.
That was it's a classic.
I think people don't give him enough credit for being funny because if you watch that, I think he's trying to be funny.
Oh, he started getting the laughs and he let the punchlines roll. The timing was great.
Yeah, no, it's real. Yeah, exactly.
Practice.
But you're right, Ala, and I grew up with some kids like that too, where as soon as I started making some money, I actually gave a couple of my buddies a couple of grand and said, "Okay, we can never talk again."
You got rid of him?
Yeah.
Smart move.
Yeah, I've had people that didn't pay me back, and I remember my dad telling me, "Well, probably cost you $5,000 to never see him again, but at least you don't have that problem."
Yeah, well, but my one buddy's mother called me up like, "Oh God, you're so generous. You gave my son $1,000," and I said, "Don't praise me. I'm giving him $1,000 to say never talk to me again."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
That's
it.
Yeah, because there's
leave you alone.
There's bad influences out there.
Well, I mean, because here's the thing too. What's stopping him from doing it again? You already gave it to him. That's encouragement to ask again later.
Right. Joe, go ahead real quick.
I don't know if I'm going to get this question in. This was an old joke I did and a problem I had with NBA players.
Joe doing his act
and illegitimate children. No, but it was this was a news story a while ago when Dr. J had an illegitimate daughter turn up, and it upset me because I was like, they gave him so much shit. But then Wilt Chamberlain had a book bragging about sleeping with over 40,000 women.
Right.
And I said, where do you think, what? Imagine how many illegitimate kids Wilt Chamberlain had. I mean, where do you think the WNBA came from? And I said that W didn't stand for women's, for Wilt.
I said for Wilt's NBA.
He
He
never caught shit for that, did he? Really? He got
Why would he get shit for it? I high-fived him when I met him.
Here's the thing, too. Wilt died a single dude. So it wasn't like he ever cheated on anybody, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I think the moral side of it was, he's just a rascal trying to do his thing, you know what I mean? Like I heard a great story. The night he scored 100 in Pennsylvania, he did not go down with the team bus the night before. He stayed to party with 2 chicks, and one of the girls offered to drive him down to Pennsylvania to the game. She had a Beetle. a VW Beetle. So Wilt and 2 girls going down, and they weren't just driving. And can you imagine 7'1" in that Beetle with 2 chicks, and then he gets out and he scores 100? Now that's a good day.
I got a seat on the pussy train.
Comfort is overrated.
If Wilt Chamberlain was an organ donor, keep his liver, keep his heart. I would want his cock. Isn't that the best of both worlds, to be a white guy with a black cock? Like, think about it. I could still get a cab. But I get to fuck my girlfriend with a big black dick. Everybody wins, Allah.
How do we know he had a, how do
especially
we
your
know he had a
girlfriend.
big dick?
Exactly.
It's recorded. He had a huge cock. It's just common.
Oh, no.
knowledge.
I know there's a
It's your
comic.
ex.
Maybe
It's
he
your
was
ex.
fucking 100 girls at a time. Like
Nah,
that's,
he had a huge dick.
That's how big
Do
his
the
dick
numbers.
was.
If it's
I'm gonna just say if it was proportional, he had a good life.
20,000 women he said in the 20 years he was, it's 1,000 a year. He had to have the flu a couple of days. You know what I mean? Like, there had to be a couple of 6 chick days. Like, you know, absolutely.
And how about like when he was up in the air flying? Like, doesn't that take away from time to do it too? Unless you were
He was fucking
tagging
up
him in the
there.
bathroom.
Right.
Right,
And,
it was.
In those days, you could just do whatever you wanted on planes. They didn't give a fuck.
and do you think his teammates after that 100-point win, he probably didn't share the pussy either. They probably got nothing.
Listen, I hope he rode back in the Beatles the same way he came down.
Now, I know a chick, we interviewed on Howard, a chick who fucked him.
She said,
Really?
And she said he
What
just...
number was she?
She said there was no conversation. He just got naked and sat in his bed.
Well,
and
there
waited
was 19,000 to go, so he didn't have time to talk.
for him. Right. Look, there's no time to talk, honey. Here's my dick.
You know why you're here. You know why you're here. Let's go.
All right, I'll let you go, but I got to ask you this.
Please.
As a basketball expert, Stephen Curry, have you ever seen a better shooter in your life? He doesn't even look at the basket. He doesn't even look at the basket sometimes.
Yeah, look, listen, especially when he gets on a roll, man. It really is a treat to watch. I played against his dad, Dell, and I thought
Del Curry's his father. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
okay.
Del Curry's his father, and Dell played against us when he was with the Hornets, and I thought he was about as good a shooter as I saw. This kid is better because his dad didn't put the ball on the floor and drive like he does. His dad was just a standstill shooter, and he would just spot up out on the perimeter. This kid puts the ball on the floor, he passes, he dimes, he gets to the basket. He's a much better player than his dad. He's one of my favorites. That backcourt with Klay Thompson, that's the best backcourt in the world.
Yeah.
Put it that.
Give us
the best backcourt in the world.
Give us a prediction this year in hoops. So do you think does LeBron in Cleveland have any chance at all? Or I mean,
you know what? Not unless Kevin Love picks it up a little bit. And I would not overlook San Antonio, man. San Antonio's running a little bit more this year. They're not playing nearly as half court as much as they did because they got younger guys that are playing in the lineup. I would not look past them, man, because they're playing great right now. But if I was going to say anybody from the East, I think the Bulls, they still got to be in the conversation, you know?
Right. Do you think LeBron's teammates now are more decent than his old teammates? Like, we all know Delonte West had sex
from
with
the first time around? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Delonte West, I mean, Delonte West to have sex with LeBron's mom is just out of line. That's out of line. It really is.
Unacceptable.
Do you think any of the current Cavaliers would have sex with LeBron's mom?
You know what? That was my next poll when I get into town. I'm certainly going to make sure.
No, listen. The woman, she's a good-looking woman. Looks like Don Cheadle.
Single.
Don Cheadle.
Well, listen, Ollie, you are the best, man. You got a great sense of humor. I'm sure once this interview hits the internet, you'll be looking for a job. But you, what did you major in at Duke, man? What was your fallback thing? Like, are you a law guy?
No, you know what, man? I honestly thought that I would probably wind up coaching. And then I wound up doing that after I left and hated every minute of it.
I couldn't think of a better coach. I couldn't think of a better coach. Could you not really get up their ass?
No, I got up their ass. The kids didn't listen. And then here's the big problem. It's unlike when we were growing up, parents have changed, man. And when you can't go to a parent and talk to them about constructively, helping their kid, and they take it personally, and they think you have a vendetta or an agenda against their kid.
That's hard.
I think about your kid when I leave here. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, so I had to get out, man. I hated every minute of it.
All right. Well, listen, man, I think me and you should hang out. I'm single. I want to get some. I want you to step on a pussy landmine and get hit with some shrapnel.
Hey, listen, you still got the same number?
Yeah. I'll make sure you have the right number.
Okay, cool.
As a D-list celebrity, I change it quite a bit. Look, I'd love for you to come in sometime. And what do you got going on? What are you working on now?
Tomorrow, 12:30 afternoon on CBS, your local CBS. It's not cable. There's a show called Men of March, and my sit-down interview with Bill Self, Kansas's head coach. will be on before Kansas plays at 1 o'clock. So check your local CBS listing.
And honestly, I'm being dead serious. If someone in your life suggests never to talk to me again, I would understand it. I would.
Come on, man. I love hanging out with you, man. Either in person or over the phone. I prefer in person. So next time, let's make sure that happens.
All right. Well, next interview, we'll get into your thoughts about the Jews. I love you, Allah. Be well, buddy. All right?
Same, brother. Same. Thanks, guys. Chris, Joe, be good, guys.
See you, buddy.
That's one of the nicest guys of all time.
Oh, my God.
Could you imagine a nicer guy? Yeah. And he's like insanely smart, a great basketball player, went to Duke, and just, he's what a mother wants you to have.
Right. Is he a 7-footer?
Yeah, well, he's close to it, right?
He was a center?
Yes.
6'10".
Yeah, he was, and he played for Portland in the pros. Did he win a championship in the pros? No. No, he lost in the finals, too.
To Jordan.
He
played for Portland, Milwaukee, Celtics, Portland from 90 to 92. Then he went to the Bucks, then the Celtics, and the Sacramento Kings, and then the 76ers.
Oh, so he played with White Chocolate. What's his name? Jason Williams.
Yeah, he played for a little while.
I didn't know all the teams he played for. If I would have known he played with Jason Williams.
Isn't it amazing that the white Jason Williams talk more black than the black Jason Williams?
Yes. I was a huge Jason Williams.
That was a paradox.
Jason Williams, his first 4 or 5 years in the league was fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
it was a
the white one.
Yeah. And one mixtape. Fucking every game he got some decent pass or some fucking. The one when he did the behind the back pass and he elbowed it back to the guy. Oh, that was.
He did. He played like
great.
a black guy.
It was great. It was great. It was like watching.
No, but you talk about Magic Johnson, man. And I hate the Lakers as a Knicks fan. I hate Los Angeles sports, Dodgers. I hate them all. Prima donna fucks. I could literally, like, it's a Zen thing for me. I could watch Magic Johnson play basketball. Highlights of Magic Johnson playing. I think it's an art form. I think it's like watching a Charlie Parker play jazz or something.
Oh, yeah.
I could watch Magic Johnson play basketball with those no-look dish passes for 4 straight hours, and it would be like heroin to me. I can't get when we throw those passes to Worthy down below, like look this way, go that way with a fucking one hand. Like, I mean, that's you're born with that.
It's funny. All my knowledge comes from video games with my son because he's got one of those NBA games where you put in those old Lakers teams and you got Magic, and you get fucking confused even in the video game because he just throws it to Worthy without looking. You're like, what the fuck just happened? Where'd the ball go?
It's not.
Got it?
You know what's impressive about the no look dish? It's not Magic. The guy knows he
knows it's coming.
Yeah. You get used to that. After
Worthy
all those
was
practices,
amazing.
That's
you
the
get used
hard.
to it.
I used to play a lot of hoops, and I used to get in a lot of. The bit I do on my first DVD is it's totally based on a true story. I was in a street basketball game, 10 guys, 5-on-5, 9 black guys and me. They all kept calling each other nigga, and I wasn't getting the ball. So I imagine, what if I just said, I'm open, nigga? Like, what would have happened? And but do you know how many times I played with the brothers and how many times I got hit in the face with a pass? Like, they would do that shit, and I go, what are you doing? I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not Magic Johnson.
Me and my family, we're super competitive, right? So my brother and my cousins, I had 2 older brothers, and I got 2 older cousins, and they used to play each other. And one of my brothers, we'd switch off. One brother would be with a cousin. It would be fucking competition.
Right.
One of my cousins was infamous for always facing. We called it just facing. You would just fucking face pass somebody at least in one game. If they got through 3 games, we'd be like, oh, he didn't do it. They'd play one more.
It happened
and
to me
that's
all
the
the
fucking
time.
game. That's it.
And I would say, guys, listen, I'm the white guy here. I need to know when you're passing it to me. I need to, because in street basketball, this is what I offered in street basketball, Chris.
Gatorade?
I offered no defense.
No defense.
No, like, rah offense. No passing ability. For 5 minutes.
You brung the ball.
For 5 minutes during every street basketball game I ever played in, and when I played in high school, for 5 minutes, I was unconscious from the outside. Like, give me the ball, I'm going to hit every shot for 5 minutes.
Oh, so you was the spot.
Other than that, I offered nothing.
Spot up guy.
After that 5 minutes, don't expect me to guard anybody. You know what I mean?
But did you jump when you shot, or were you just like a set shot, nail it every time guy?
Set shot.
You wouldn't even get off the ground.
to the point where I would get so cocky, I'd say face as I was shooting it.
He played like Michael J. Fox and
I go face. And dude, you want to make a black kid mad just as a chubby white guy, say face and then shoot.
Oh yeah, it makes you mad.
Embarrass them in front of their friends.
I stink at basketball.
I was pretty good. I was a 15-footer. I was a beast on defense, but I was a 15-footer guy. And then rebounds. That's what I did.
15 feet, I was deadly. Within 20, I could hit everything. But
foul line in all day.
Did you ever play with a real dick? And it's usually some white nerd like guy who starts going, okay, watch the high pick and roll, triple stack. I'm like,
you know what's bad?
I'm wearing a Ramon shirt. What the fuck? I don't know the triple stack play.
I wasn't there. I was very vocal. I was kind of the dick. I think I was
Triple
addicted.
stack.
I think I was him. It was
You would run plays?
I wouldn't run plays, but I would call out shit. I was the dude calling out shit. I was like, yo, come on. I'm like, come on, man. Come down. Come fucking hit me at the fucking foul line. I'm here. I was that guy.
You know how embarrassing it is to go back to your white buddies with a red face from a basketball hitting you? But listen, that's when you grow up in that rough area. I wasn't afraid. I'd go into the hood to play hoops. I would. What am I going to do? Play Jewish kids? I'm not going to get better doing that.
You want to get a game? Yeah, you got to go fucking play.
My
where
son's
the
screwed.
players are.
We live in an Orthodox Jewish neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, you're fucked,
There's a
dude.
court right down the street from our house. I swear to God, I saw 10 guys playing 5-on-5, all wearing yarmulkes.
You know what? He could keep the books on the baseball team. And you're his father. Dude, let me hang out with him. Let Chris hang out with him. He needs a real man.
That is the racism I get that's still in me from living in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and growing up there, is that Jewish kids suck at sports. And then you go to the court and you're watching these kids with yarmulkes they're very good. It's hilarious.
Burying the three.
They're burying the threes. They're holding their yarmulke on with one hand because it's windy.
There's nothing harder than guarding a sedum in the summer. Those jackets, they stink. You can't go near them. They're always open.
I used to hate trying to cover the guy that was like the skin and he was soaked in sweat.
You know what is sad? The black kid who can't play basketball.
Yeah.
I knew a couple of kids like that, and they were like, dude, I'm better than you.
I had a friend. One of my friends.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit.
One of my friends, he couldn't, and this is how I just know, like, certain people are just made to be athletes. I had a friend, he didn't play basketball at all. He never played any sports. He was 14, and I was like, yo, come play basketball. It was shitty that day. 2 weeks later, he was okay. A year later, he started in high school. I was like, what the? And then he shot up to like 6'2",
right?
And he was like a star dude at high school. And I've been playing since I was fucking bored.
Yeah.
And I couldn't.
So even though you're like me, even though you're heavy set, you're a good athlete. Like hand-eye, anything with hand-eye, I'm good at. Hand-eye coordination, hitting, fielding, shooting a basketball, catching or throwing a football. But run, forget it. It took me 8 minutes to run the first
That's what I'm telling you. I'm pretty quick. I'm like fast, but I was fat. I was like fast.
You're that guy that needs a pinch runner every time he gets a hit.
In softball, I would get a hit and I would go to first base
and walk off. And the
Artie looks like a
runner would come in.
I would gain 4 pounds playing softball.
Every time Artie ran the base, he looked like it was a farewell hit. Just fucking.
And you get these assholes who think they're witty in the stands. Hey, take the piano off your back. Do you play piano or you just carry it on your back? Hey, you're a fucking scream.
Dude.
Fucking jerk off. Do I play piano? I'm just carrying it on my. How dare you?
The funny thing about growing up a fat kid playing like a lot of sports was how hard it is for a coach to make the call to start you as a fat kid.
Oh, I know.
I used to play on a basketball team,
but if you're good, if you're good, you play.
But it was hard because he got like in shape looking kids, and you look at the 5 on the court. For the first few weeks, he wouldn't start me. They'd be like, "Okay, Chris, go in and start at point guard." And then you look at me; he's like the most out of shape fat kid. You got all these healthy looking kids, and then you see me at home. Then I take my asthma pump right before the game starts. And I come in.
See, I like the stuff that doesn't make any sense. I like the heavy set or the fat guy who's great. I like the Jewish guy with the yarmulke who's great.
Who's great,
who could like spin a dreidel and
that shit is great.
And go back door.
It was like It was like a few white kids used to play. There was one kid named Rocco. He was like a shitty Jason Williams. He wanted to be Jason Williams so bad, but he was good. We used to go play, and it would be black guys. and Rocco. That's in Rocco. Yo, Rocco, you here? Come on in this game. Hey, you get the fuck out. We would kick somebody out the game.
How about this one? Effeminate kids, if they're good. I love there was an effeminate black kid who, again, he took from Guidos and the blacks, the Italians and the black. I hate to say this about my people, but they abused this poor kid, and I used to feel so bad for him.
Why you're hitting him?
Well, because they used to like lock him in the stain room and take his money because he was effeminate. Yeah. But he had a great outside shot, and he was a big Isaiah Thomas fan. So every time he shot in your face, and he had an unorthodox shot, he would say Isaiah. But
no way.
He would go and go, Isaiah. Isaiah. Oh, man. And I said, dude, you got a great shot, but you should change the player's name you say to a guy without an ass.
I actually had zero gaydar once because I had a gay comic friend, and my girlfriend at the time goes, your friend's gay. And I said, no, he's not. And she goes, he's gay, trust me. I go, I actually said he wasn't gay because he beat me at basketball. That was my reason. She goes, what are you talking about? That has nothing to do with
That's my mentality. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you.
He killed me. He was amazing.
If you really look at it statistically, gay guys are in way better shape than most straight guys. They are great at sports.
Because they're like, they have that woman mentality. They take care of themselves.
Yeah, they're fucking good. Like, the gayest thing I've ever had to watch, hands down, was my cousin. He was a bodybuilder. So he was like, I started coming like him when you go to shows and like had this pose and all that shit. And one of the gay things he ever asked me, and he didn't want to, he was like, can you help me oil my back? I was like, it's my cousin though. I love my cousin. I was like, I really don't want to. If you can find somebody else to do it, which he ended up doing, I was like, I don't want to touch your fucking back.
No, I know. And the grooming thing, the extra grooming.
Oh, his wife would have to fucking shave him down and shit.
Some of these younger chicks you date, they're from that generation where it's all these metrosexuals. Like I've had them go, why don't you tweeze your eyebrows more? Because I'm not gray glue gayness.
I don't know.
My barber does it. I go to an all Italian men's barber shop, and when he gets done my haircut, he goes, do you want me to trim your eyebrows? Yeah. And I'm like, what? Why? Do they need it?
That's another way to say, can I suck your dick?
I guess I don't know. I get a little groomy. I take off the underarm here and
you look well groomed. You do.
I do the best I can. I can't. I'm not.
You're not exactly Blair Underwood.
Yeah, exactly. I'm doing
taking all the way off, all the underarm.
Yeah,
all of it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're getting a callback for LA Law.
I take it. You don't take off your underarm here. You don't do anything.
Not all of it.
I take it all off.
I've trimmed it a tiny bit before, but
I take it all off. I took it off once, and I was
kind of like, swimmer?
No, I mean I'm a sweater, so I try to take off the arm. I try to cut down on as much things that create sweat as much.
Sometimes chicks Sometimes chicks forget, like as a straight guy, you understand. Like, you ever have a chick who didn't want to blow you, and they try to explain it? I'm sorry, it just makes me sick. I'm like, sucking dick makes you sick? You don't have to explain it to me. I'm puzzled by the broads who want to do it.
I'm confused. Like, my dick? What's wrong with my dick?
What would make anyone want to suck a dick? I said, I'm on the same page as you.
Well, they feel the same way about their pussies, though. They know how they get, and it's an open hole, just taking in every smell and fucking odor.
I'm weird. I like unless of course, if it's not right, I'm like, I want to attack eating the pussy.
I know, and it's like I demand like a chick I'm with to be like, and I'm a fucking slob.
Yeah,
you know. But I said, but you're a chick, aren't you? So you have a thing up where you don't mind slob guys because you're a straight girl.
It is very weird. I've always had.
Like, I don't want to fuck me, but I want to fuck you.
I've always had a standard. My friends, they always get mad at me. They're like, it'll be a chick. I'm like, yeah, she's ugly. I mean, I would fuck her, but she's ugly. But I would say like, yeah, I have standards for the chick I'm actually with has to look a certain way. Like I like her to look.
You see, you know what my problem is? I should be way better at sex for what I look like. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna look like Dom DeLuise with a heroin habit, you better be great at sex. It better not be like 3 seconds and put SportsCenter on.
That's
you're not gonna keep a woman that way.
I'm be honest with you. I've never had money. I've never had anything, and I've always it's funny. I had my girlfriend who now my wife, and it's funny. If you even ask her, she would tell you the two things I can do. I can tell jokes and I can fuck. That's really all I ever know how to do. I'm in play sports. That's one thing I can do, and I know I can do it. Telling jokes, time to go on stage, confident. Right. Time to fuck, very confident.
Right.
I used to say that's the only time I don't have ADD.
Is when it's time to fuck?
It's when it's fucking. It's impossible to sidetrack.
You get fast man a reason.
You can't be like going, oh, wait a second.
Yeah. Especially though.
Is that flurries coming down? I just shoveled that shit.
No, I know. Yeah, or that time where you don't expect it and you see a chick, like with a thong on or something. You're like, oh my god, I could fuck anything right now.
I never don't expect. Like I was just. It's weird, man. I got a fucking problem. I guess my family just like that too.
The most unromantic thing I ever said to my ex-girlfriend, Dana, I talked her into going to a Scores strip club. We got a lap dance from a chick, and she didn't want to go. She was like, I never did this before. I go, come on. And I paid this chick. So the chick the stripper puts her perfect ass in my girlfriend's face. And I go, give her a spank, So she spanked her.
Yeah.
When I saw my girlfriend spank the stripper, I got up and I said, listen, I don't know how to say this subtly. I got to fuck you like right now. And when I saw her spank a stripper's ass, I'm like, that's the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Did it happen?
I said, yeah, I'm going to warn you ahead of time. This is not going to be a fun time for you.
That's how it should be.
That's why I want to hang around show business long enough. I want to hang around long enough to where Paris Hilton's like old and fat with like scars on her face. I want to see her at a party in like 2034. Corner her like where she's drunk off her ass and then just fuck her, give her the worst 10 seconds of her life. Make her pay for every awful thing she fucking did. And then I can leave show business.
You think that's why Don Rickles stayed in so long? Just
to fuck Paris Hilton.
Just to fuck Paris Hilton. He's waiting it out.
Yeah. Would you want to date a famous chick? Do you think you could handle dating a chick who's more famous than you, Joe? What about a comedian who's doing better than you?
Oh, no.
I've dated comedians and like actress types before, and now that I'm with somebody that isn't in that, I could never go back to. I hate. There was just too many issues, so much shit.
Right.
I know guys that are married to other comedians, and it's like it's weird.
Like, I might be wrong about this. I'm going to say I might be wrong about this. I don't want to get sued, but Kathy Griffin was on Stern once, and she was giving me vibes like I think I could have fucked her.
Right. Fucking a girl and being in a relationship's a lot different. I fucked a lot of girl comedians. Not a lot, but a few.
But I'm saying, like, and I thought to myself, what if I like aggressively went after Kathy Griffin?
Should have did it.
And then, but the nightmare is, I saw myself on a red carpet for the premiere of the D-List, and Ross the fat gay intern going, and who's your friend? Introduce us, Kathy.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Well, remember how I told you comedians can't ever get offended? The one time I turned into like a bitch and I couldn't handle it is when I was banging a girl comic, and then I went to her show. And I was on the other side now. I'm watching, and she had jokes about me, and it bothered me. I remember not liking it. I was like, this is weird to be on the other side.
That's right. I don't mind getting reviewed by a stupid hot chick, but a witty chick reviewing my sex, I don't want to hear that joke.
Oh, it's weird.
I don't want to hear that joke.
Weird, man.
I'm be honest with you. I don't want. I'm about accessibility. If my wife, I like her being a nurse, I can go, hey, I can call her, text her.
Oh, she does God's work.
Yeah, and I can always talk to her. I can 90%. I can contact her because when I need attention, I want it when I want it. If you're in Hollywood or you're doing acting, I can't get your attention. You're like me. We both can't get in contact. So I don't like that.
Right.
I'm very needy in that sense. When I want to fucking talk, I want to talk now. I don't want to talk 20 minutes from now.
Well, it's hard. I guess it's tough to admit. It's hard to be the non-dominant person in the relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know how Florentine dated Robin Quivers. That's an odd one.
They were a real. They really loved each other.
Yeah,
they did. I know. Robin had genuine feelings, and Florentine did too.
Yeah.
I mean, to each his own. Some people like it. I mean, I need that. I need attention. I don't think.
But you mean from the famous aspect as a comic? Because Robin, as you think about it, Robin is
she's
almost as famous as Howard.
Yeah, she's
a
star.
Yeah, she's bigger than Florentine. I would have to say, probably, especially at the time.
Yeah.
No one knows
Robin's
name.
Robin's very pretty, and she's also great to talk to. That's like something you know.
Right. She listens.
Right. Well, it's like
You never dated a showbiz girl ever? Come on.
Yeah, I told you the Pepper Johnson chick. The Pepper Johnson chick. The Pepper Johnson chick. She did she had an arc on Two Broke Girls. No, like I wouldn't want to fuck one of the two broke girls.
I like.
But then there's the lazy part of me who wants an earner. You know what I mean? Like, I think I could fuck Whitney Cummings now. Not that she's offering.
I just
Are you off?
Whatever.
I just met her last week. She was at the Cellar.
Is she nice? I don't know.
She was. I was making fun of her on stage, and she was laughing, and it made me go, "Oh, she's cool. I love that."
But she's going to get syndication money from
I
that
wanted to
Two
go
Broke
talk to
Girl.
her and go put me in some shit.
Oh, she did.
No, I don't
forgot
want
she
that.
did
I'll be
Oh.
by the pool.
Yeah,
Right.
she did write.
I don't want to be in
Broke Girls.
anything. I would just marry her because it's a hot chick. Whitney's hot,
Right.
And she's gonna have like $100 million from that syndication.
Kind of more like the two.
and
broke
I'll just
chicks.
be in the fucking jacuzzi.
She seems cool too.
Whitney's a little skinny for me. I like the two broke chicks. They're a little thicker. I'm sorry. Is that not where this conversation was going? I'm in.
Did you ever see Two Broke Girls, One Cup?
Oh, yes. You know what's funny? That video was the creepiest because it started off so like these chicks are whoa.
Not creepier than the Two
Whoa.
Broke Girls pilot.
Whitney might be up there as prettiest, hottest,
You
and
think
still
so?
funny.
You think so?
See, but I had the whole
Who
rap
beats her?
but with Kathy Griffin. Did you ever see Kathy Griffin without her makeup on?
Disgusting.
Like
It's a
my
guy.
thing would
I'm
have
not a
been
fan
said,
of
listen, here's the trade-off. I had a whole rap ready for her. Here's the trade-off. You're more famous and richer than I am, and I'm better looking.
That's perfect.
Her without makeup is.
I don't know.
With makeup, she's kind of cute. Her
Yeah,
without
she
makeup is. I don't know how to put it into words. She looks like me.
Who's a better
She
looking?
looks like Stefan Curry.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm sorry, Joe, but I don't like how Cummins looks.
you don't think
I'm
Whitney
more of a fan
Cummins
of,
is
Whitney
very,
Cummings is very pretty.
really
I don't
pretty.
like
She's
her.
like a
Don't
model.
talk about my future wife.
I'm more of a Schumer. I like Schumer.
Don't talk about the chick who's gonna.
I like.
Don't
Schumer.
talk about the chick who's
close.
gonna buy me a Bentley.
I like Schumer. It is what it is. I like Schumer's
Okay.
thing. I like Schumer. Her stupid,
Amy Schumer's very sexy.
I like
She's
Schumer.
cute, but she's not at the level of.
See, Whitney is just skinny.
See,
Oh, that's creepy. Oh,
She looks like Danny Bonaduce.
God! Both pictures are there.
oh, turn that back around.
If Anthony Michael Hall got acid thrown in his face,
Oh, we're looking at you, Kathy Griffin. You stink. But yeah, I don't know. I think Schumer's fucking. I like Schumer, so I just don't talk to her when she's around. I'm like, I look at
Really?
Schumer. Yeah, I like Schumer.
You're intimidated by.
I'm
her.
intimidated by Schumer.
yeah. Well, that goes hand in hand because I'm sure she doesn't know you're around.
I mean, you know something? I think you're making good points.
Now Amy is well.
Amy's
yeah,
nice. I've met Amy a
Amy's
couple
nice,
times.
but that is it would be hard to date. She's so successful
Like,
now.
Dan Filato loves Amy Schumer.
Oh yeah. What about Lynn Coppitz? Lynn Coppitz, fucking
Well,
gorgeous.
he likes
Inner
Chuck
day,
Schumer.
Yeah.
Not Dan like
Schumer.
yeah.
some of
yeah.
his policies.
Lynn Coppitz in her day. Lynn Coppitz.
No one knows.
Oh, Lynn Coppitz is. Yeah, I agree with
Oh,
it.
ridiculous.
And Lynn's very funny too.
Yeah, Lynn's funny. I think Lynn's funny.
Nice tits, really nice
Yeah.
tits.
I like where this is going. This is also
All
this my expertise.
Truth
right here.
about girl.
Who's the
comedy.
hottest chick comedian like ever?
That's what I'm trying to think of.
ever?
A young Sarah Silverman is she's
wasn't
very
bad.
Sarah
very
Silverman
cute.
was
She
really
wasn't bad.
cute.
Very cute.
Yeah, cute. I was definitely.
I mean, now she's
the term
fine
cute.
now too. What am I talking about?
But the term cute, I liked it. She was cute. She looked wholesome.
Who's this girl now? Deborah Schlesinger or something? She won
Deborah
like Last
Schlesinger?
Comic Standing. One of the years.
Isla Schlesinger, right?
Yeah, yeah,
We had her
she's
on the
real-
TV
she's
show.
real
remember?
hot.
Did
Yeah, about a month into it.
she won Last Comic Standing?
Yeah.
So she's not funny.
I want to see her.
Kind of funny.
I never heard of her before.
Real hot. Show him her. She won Last Comic
A
Standing.
lot of people like Glazer. A lot of people think Glazer's cute. I think
Oh,
Glazer-
Nikki Glazer's very pretty.
I think she's very pretty.
She's a little-
I like Marina Franklin. I think Marina's adorable.
Yeah, I think Marina's cute.
Who's the bald black chick, the model bald
Oh, you're
black?
talking about Zaynab. Zaynab.
Man, is she... That's like the hottest comedian I've ever
Oh
seen in
yeah,
my
she's
life.
gorgeous. That girl.
Oh, she's stunning.
Yeah.
It's bad. That's just not my type. I just don't like
This girl's
I
body
think
is
she's
unreal.
cute,
Dude, she's like looks like Naomi Campbell.
You got
I'm
it?
not a fan of the skinny chicks. Like just
Who's that?
That's
Isla
that.
Schlesinger.
Yeah, that's the girl.
Oh,
yeah, no, I kinda-
My
that's
God, she
Schlesinger.
looks like a model or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
she looks.
real.
Schlesinger's pretty good.
Unreal.
See,
body.
Amy Schumer's sexy. She's
That's
sexy.
what I think. I feel like.
Also, the fact that she's so rich is sexy too.
Yeah, I don't know. I like them a little thicker. I like a little something on them. I can't do the skinny.
Well, the thing about girl comics is they used to say, "You show me a pretty girl, and I'll show you a guy." Like they're usually very manly, and then it's kind of a turnoff when a girl's really funny because they act like guys too much. I don't like a girl that's
Especially
guy-like.
nowadays, chicks to make a mark it's since the roast got big.
Yeah.
Chicks to make a mark, I think, feel they have to be real dirty and like talk like a guy comic.
Yeah, I don't know if I want a girl that's like dirty and talks about like sucking, like just is real forward with it.
Yeah, I can't handle it. I need a girl to be like externally. I need her to be like ladylike. Yeah. Like I said, that ladylike is not a word. Like a ladylike.
Or Russman, even I talk about this. We like nerdy girls.
Yeah,
we don't like in a
biased.
porn. We don't want a girl who's like, yeah, so I want to suck your cock. We'd rather have the girl that's like acting like it's happening for the first time.
Nah. I like
that's more of a turn
porn
on
style. I like the fucking raunchy shit. When I'm fucking, I like raunchy shit. When I'm outside, I like you to be.
Well, you want like the whore Madonna thing.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah, you can find it.
Well, there's still
I know a couple people.
There's Italian kids I went to high school with that don't think their wife should ever blow them.
Yeah, that's a weird
a little
thing.
too much.
Because they kiss their kids with them.
Really?
Mouth.
No, it's. I don't know.
That's crazy.
It's the thing. I went through a thing where I don't have kids, but I went through a thing where it was stuff I just wouldn't do to my wife. And then now I'm kind of growing up, and you realize you got to grow the fuck up.
What wouldn't you do that? Would you like you wouldn't shit on her?
No, I don't. I'm just not into shitting or pissing and stuff like that. But I wouldn't like.
Have you ever shit on a chick?
Nah, I got asked to pee on a chick, and I didn't do it. I was like, nah, I can't pee on you.
We got my buddy's bachelor party. We got these two hardcore ghetto hookers.
Sounds good so far.
After they blew us, they pulled out from her duffel bag. The one chick had a tattoo of her dead brother on her neck, by the way. And
how did they look? How did they look? Though? I need some points of imagination.
They look like Warren Sapp and Greg Anthony.
Okay,
but
I can work with that.
But the one pulls out McDonald's bag, starts eating a Big Mac, and I go, what are you doing? She goes, with a full mouth. She goes, the next guy wants me to shit on him.
No way.
She was gonna go take a Big Mac shit.
That's a sloppy one.
That's the grossest thing I've ever heard.
You haven't talked enough, did Joe?
And sing to all beef patty, special sauce, lettuce, cheese.
Did you ever date a chick
on a sesame seed?
Did you ever date a chick who's into juicing? When they shit, it sounds like James Caan getting shot in The Godfather.
I mean, have you ever shit or pissed on anybody? I
haven't.
I in the shower once. A chick asked me to piss on her.
Did you pee on it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I pissed all over her leg.
The shower is not as.
Did you lift your leg like a nice chihuahua?
No, I said, listen. You think I'm lazy when I'm not pissing? When I start to piss, there's no lazier organism. So you're gonna have to move me wherever you want me. When piss starts leaving my body, I just go, all right. I'm pissing.
What's your crazy shit, Joe? Did you ever have to piss on the chick?
No, I've never had a girl who wanted me to piss on her or wanted to do that. I'm trying to.
Some of the stories Jim Norton tells are unreal, and I love Jim as a comic because he's so honest.
Crazy.
But I mean, it's unbelievable.
He's revealed so much he's gonna almost has to be single for the rest of his life or marry some girl that is into the grossest shit ever.
Well, I don't think he's into it anymore.
Doesn't he like chicks to shit in his mouth?
Piss in his mouth.
Piss, yeah, he likes pee.
Oh, I'm getting carried away.
Come on, I'm not shit.
All right, don't get crazy.
Just clean piss.
But how do you know? How is he not dead of hepatitis? Everything. Like, how do you? It's not even a wholesome chick. It's a hooker.
The human body is amazing.
I guess so.
Didn't you see that movie? What was the movie with James Franco where he was stuck in between the two walls?
I didn't see that shit.
He won the Academy.
27 hours.
He won the Oscar for it.
It was called. What was it called?
He was stuck in between the. He was fell down a cliff and he had to cut his own arm off.
Yeah, about to do 27 hours.
27 hours, something like that.
Yeah, I never saw it.
Oh, he pisses and has to. He's dehydrated.
Well,
he pisses and drinks it.
Yeah, that's.
Oh well, that's different.
That's
having a whore piss down your mouth.
Yeah, like you got a cup of.
The guy's trying to stay alive.
Maybe Jim Norton convinces himself he's dehydrated.
Nah, he's not dehydrated. He loves the stuff.
I could die.
In his fridge, he got like Sunny D purple stuff and tits.
I saw some dog. I was trying to write a joke about this. Some dog psychiatrist was on Oprah or something and said dogs never have regrets. They don't have feelings or regrets. I'm like, I don't know, really? Do you think some dogs, as they're eating another dog's shit, like halfway through go, I regret this?
That's funny.
That is, who's the hottest chick comedian ever, though? Ever.
Let's think.
It's a lot of shit.
Wait, Lisa Lampanelli lost?
Yeah, I haven't seen what she actually looks like.
I mean, she's not in the running for hottest chick.
No, she's not.
Ever.
She's not coming up.
She lost probably 120 pounds.
She would have to lose her face for her to fucking be in the running for
Are you talking stand up or like?
She lost 120. She looks like Ronnie Wood now.
Are you talking comedic actress or just stand up?
No, stand up comic.
Okay.
I can't.
I tell you, we're forgetting one who's married to a funny guy. Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, Bonnie McFarlane's definitely up there.
I first met Bonnie
McFarlane
McFarlane in like '96. She came to an after party for a Mad TV taping. She had her own show on the WB at the time. She's probably about 25. She was wearing that little like Mackie taxi cap.
She always wears those.
I never wanted to fuck a chick so much in my life.
Did you tell her that on the Rich and Bonnie show?
I should have.
That would have been funny. See what Rich said.
I'm weird. Yeah, I'm weird. Like, I used to like.
But she was holding out for something better, like Rich Voss. Now, they're a great couple. They're both very funny. Bonnie is the smartest, funniest comic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she's hilarious. One night we came in, you were there that night. We were first giving it to fucking Rich. Bonnie started feeding him shit, and then fucking Rich just
She sticks up for him. She gets mad if you get in a fucking insult fest with Voss, who starts it every time.
Yeah.
And you're beating him. Bonnie will try to like help him out.
She got him back. It was like five of us. We all said the same. We was like, let's go attack Rich, because we do that every night. Cause it's just fucking fun.
Right.
But and we came over first. We were throwing shit at Rich. We kind of getting him, but then Rich started. He got a couple in, but our confidence was still higher. All of a sudden, Bonnie started feeding him shit right in his ear. I was like, "Fucking Bonnie's helping him."
And then that's the thing, when a hot chick is saying it, you get real insecure.
Killing us.
Yeah,
five
definitely.
of us. It was 2 on 5. We took
I always
a whipping.
said that it must be great being a girl comic if a guy's heckling you, because you can just take him down. He can't punch you in the face.
There's nothing more powerful
Unless
than a
he's Ray
good-looking.
Rice.
Nothing more powerful than a good-looking chick. And that power on stage, if they're funny too, forget it.
Oh, yeah.
You're done. You're right. A heckler in the audience, a guy.
Oh, I used to see Lynn Coplitz would just kill a heckler. Just destroy them, embarrass the fuck out of them.
I'm trying to think of the hottest girl. I really liked Lynn. Like, Change Your Heart. Oh.
Calm down,
I
dude.
really liked Lynn back in the day. I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to think of all time.
I didn't know she was a comic
Trying to
either
think
when I was watching
who were
the show.
hot comics even back in the early, like, 50s, 60s, 70s.
Because it's hard to remember.
But there was no
hot comics 'cause
stand-up
it's stuck.
comics. Imogene Coca.
Like all the hot comics, you'll never hear of them because none of them were half
Mom's
of them not
Mabley.
funny. Yeah. Mom's
Mom's
an
Mabley.
asshole.
She was basically a guy.
Who can we think of? I don't know. Joan.
Sue
Rivers.
Costello, a young Sue Costello. Not bad.
I like.
She sounds like Mark Wahlberg in high school.
Now Helen
kills it for me.
the little Asian chick, Helen.
If you like a cute chick,
Annie
you like a
Wong.
cute chick to sound like the head of a
Ali
Southie
Wong.
gang.
Oh, yeah, she's cute.
Ali Wong from fucking L.A.
Holly Wong?
Ali Wong.
She was on Chelsea
Chinese
sitcom.
kid?
Yeah, the little Asian chick. She's fucking cute as shit.
Well, Chelsea Handler is.
She had her days.
Yeah.
Chelsea
She's got
Handler
nice
would probably
tits.
come up in the
I like
in
Ali
the top
Wong.
10.
Ali Wong's in the. She's in there. She's fucking cute as shit.
She got nice tits.
She
right?
got. I'm a fan for glasses too. Just so you know, I
we
got to
up there
think
with?
for. I got to.
That's Holly Wong.
Ali Wong. How do you like? I like it. I like glasses. I'm a fan of glasses and that nerdy look.
She's
I
like
the-
4'3".
I like that too.
Asian chicks never like me. I don't know what they make of me. Like I don't know. You know.
I like Janine Garofalo back because she had glasses.
She's got kind of a pretty
She had a
face.
sexy librarian thing going on. I fucking like that.
See, I could never date someone that witty. It would be hard to keep up with her.
As who?
Janine Garofalo.
Oh, Janine Garofalo.
Imagine dating somebody as witty as Janine Garofalo. Wow.
You know what?
Wow. Your bit about the movie Speed, Janine, is so funny.
Guys slam Janine Garofalo
like
a lot,
Janine
but I'll
Garofalo. I
swear,
hate her.
I actually like her. I've only met her a few times, and she was so cool and nice.
See, I met her a couple
I
times.
expected her to be like.
I
real
like
bitchy.
movies.
She was rude
Nah.
to me.
She was rude. To
I don't
you?
know why.
I like
mean,
movie Janine Garofalo. That's the one I like. That's the one I know. That's the one I like. I like her in the movies.
Totally was down to earth and was really cool.
She
to me.
treated me like complete shit. She was to me and Norm. Like she badmouthed Dirty Work for some reason.
You sure you didn't shit on her first somewhere?
No. I just said, "How you doing?" You know? And
that was enough.
she told me, "Go get me a drink."
Oh, she did?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, yeah, that would piss me off.
I think younger Janine Garofalo was a little bit more abrasive than because I've met her recently.
Yeah, I met her recently.
And she was
also.
dating this guy. I went up to her boyfriend and I said, "Listen, I could tell you the boyfriend was, but I said to him, listen, there's not enough booze in this bar to get me to fuck your girlfriend, but there's enough to get me to punch her in the face."
Really, you got really livid.
Yeah, she made me mad. You know, and I told her to her face, I said, "You've ruined the film The Truth About Cats and Dogs for me now." I used to love it. I thought about
You got.
I imagine me and you getting close and you signing the DVD. Maybe me, you, and Uma Thurman going out for sushi. You know?
I
You teaching me about comedy and like how you write jokes.
I loved her in Stupid Mystery Man. I don't know. That's a goofy movie I like, and I loved her in that stupid movie.
Mystery Man.
Yeah, she was the bowler.
I'm in that.
What was you?
I'm in the first scene. I'm the king of the red eyes. I open the movie.
I gotta watch it again.
William H. Macy, Ben Stiller, and Hank Azaria kill me.
Which they should.
Yeah. The guy, you know what? The guy who directed the Chihuahua dog Taco Bell commercials. They gave him $70 million. Poor Ben Stiller, man. That movie was on him because it was right after There's Something About Mary, and you could tell it wasn't working. It was from day one, it wasn't working. And Stiller said to me, and I think because they all loved her, and I should have known that. I thought this would make them laugh because Janine Garofalo was there too, and I had seen her on the set. And he goes, we were talking about the director, and he goes, he's at the commercial director. You know what hurts a comedy film is too many cuts. He cuts too much. Mm-hmm. Like that'll ruin a comedy film. I said, yeah.
Really?
I said, you know what ruins it? I said this to Stiller, and I shouldn't have because I probably burned him because I had to figure he liked her. You know, I said, you know what ruins a comedy film? Too many edits, too many cuts, and Janine Garofalo.
Why did too many cuts ruin it? Because you don't get a chance to follow
watch every great comedy of all time. Any Peter Sellers movie, they just like it's a play. There's one scene, like just let it go, man.
Right.
I hate her new face. That's Uma Thurman's new face. It's terrible.
That's Uma Thurman?
She changed her face like Renee, like fucking.
She looks like Eric Stoltz.
Oh, she looks weird. I like Uma Thurman's old face.
What if she has some sort of?
That is weird. Isn't that weird?
Why are people doing this to themselves?
She went one of those ice chambers that you showed me the article on yesterday.
Oh, that was creepy. That ice chamber shit too. Ugh.
People point to when comedy changed for the better, and I think it's when Janine wrote that joke where she rolls her eyes.
Just not a fan.
You know that joke?
Just not a fan. But
this is a bitch she had. She goes, the movie Speed. That's plausible. That's the whole joke.
Oh, God. I don't know if you know Amanda Seales. She's pretty cool. She's pretty cute. You know Amanda Seales?
No.
Pull up Amanda Seales. She's pretty cute.
I feel like Chris says
I'm a creeper a little bit. I'm a looker.
No, but I can't trust your judgment.
Like we got different types. Yeah,
you have an off judgment.
Dude, you like all these white chick comics.
Amanda Seales black chick. She's a black chick.
I think
I like a lot of black chicks,
I think Marina's sexier than a lot of them. Absolutely. I think she's adorable, and I think she's really funny, Marina, and she's so fun to talk to.
Yeah, she's normal.
Yeah, you know,
she's pretty normal.
Why don't you give it a shot?
She's dating some guy. She's actually dating a white guy who's a comic.
No, they're not together anymore.
Well, thanks for the insight.
That was like
I would love to have a son.
After that.
I would love to have an adorable mulatto son. That would be so great.
There you go.
Because then I could tell every racist joke. I get away with it.
You dangle him out the door. This is mine.
Next time TMZ calls me racist, did you see my son?
Did you pull her up yet?
I won the mulatto.
I think we're going to have to bring Marina back to the podcast.
No, I like Marina. She's very cute.
We could set this up.
I'll pass her a note at the Comedy Cellar.
Who we got?
Amanda Seales. He put in Seales.
She a New York comic or LA comic?
Are you like yelling out open micers now?
I think he is.
No. She works at the stand and everything. She works.
She works.
No, she works. She
None
did
of
a lot.
the listeners.
That's the other thing. It used to be special to be a comedian.
Yeah,
no more.
She works a lot.
No fucking more.
She does a lot of shit. She was a kid star. She was one of those kid TV stars and all sorts of shit.
Oh,
there's a lot of good-looking comedians now.
Not that lesbian girl comic.
No.
Oh, she's cute.
I don't know her.
She is cute.
Yeah, she's cute.
I'd love to dress up like Thomas Jefferson with her.
There's some lesbian girl comic that's Canadian that I met her on Rich and Bonnie's
talk
show.
She's black?
Cute.
Sabrina?
She's
talking about
white.
Sabrina?
Yeah.
You said Canadian.
Sabrina's
She's
real
Canadian.
But that's the way, I'm sorry, that's the way we talked about, they say black Canadian.
I bet white.
Yeah, Sabrina's real cute. She.
Do you know about that, the way in front of you guys to say black's Canadian? You know that?
Oh, yeah, I know a lot of shit.
No way.
I didn't know they knew that.
I know a lot of shit. Dude,
when I saw Eddie Murphy roll, my buddy Mike Saccone and two other Italian kids, and when Eddie Murphy does that great bit about the Italian guy, and he says the Mooley's going to pay for it, in unison we said, they know Mooley?
Yeah. We know a lot of
How
shit.
How funny is that?
We act like
Eddie Murphy doing the Italian guy, and the Mooley's going to pay for it.
Hey, little Italian man, you just seen Rocky. Yeah, that's good.
What you doing with Danny Terrio? I'll kick your ass in a movie.
He come up with his Iraq
Eddie Murphy.
3000.
Eddie Murphy might have been the best stand-up comedian of all.
And then the
fucking
cop
time.
show up. It was woo woo. Actually, it's a faggot on the hood. Woo woo.
Yeah.
That's fucking great. That bit he would have got banned from every club in the fucking universe.
I still can't
How about
believe
the opening line of Delirious is any faggots here?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
fucking
good.
great.
Let's talk about that.
It's sad. It's sad. Like that's why I like. I mean, I'm glad I could. I do my joke about white people, about Mel Gibson saying the N word. Fucking remember that shit? Do you ever hear my bit about that? Did you hear it?
No.
Oh, the pack
What's
of
it
niggas
called?
joke. It's a joke about him saying when he was like, "I hope you get raped by a pack of niggas." I do a whole joke about
Who,
it.
Mel Gibson?
Yeah, I do a whole, and I fucking love it. It's a fucking great bit because nobody expected me to take technically his side. Yeah, she's fucking cute.
Just turning girls on us. Who we got now?
Oh, this is good.
Who
Oh,
was
that's
that?
the lesbian
Sabrina.
girl.
Yeah,
I
that's
told you she's
Sabrina.
cute. I can't.
She's a lesbian?
Yeah, she's real cool too. She's nice as shit.
Does she go?
super
Does she
cool.
go both ways?
I don't think so.
She has a lesbian haircut now.
Yeah, but
That's not what
she's
she looks
kinda-
like now.
But she's still cute though.
She's
but
super cute. She's
Every
kinda like
every
a-
lesbian hates my guts.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they all think I'm just a monster.
So you're not
She
king
would.
of the lesbians. We thought Artie might be king of the lesbians. He's
No,
not.
they all just think I'm a monster.
I think I do pretty good with the lesbians. The lesbians kind of cool with me. I had a friend in middle school who was a lesbian. She used to watch me talk to chicks, and one day I caught her using my shit on chicks. I was like, I mean, I get it, but come on, man.
Really?
Yeah, she used to steal my fucking game.
I hate to say it, but Stuttering John kind of looks like a lesbian woman.
He definitely does. John looks like a
I think that's putting it nicely.
He looks
John's
like Greg
heavy.
Giraldo mixed with a lesbian woman.
He does. He does. He does look like Geraldo. And Geraldo, rest in peace. I'm sorry. Well, listen. You know, that was a Geraldo for John. That was a clean trade, funny wise. Listen, Artie. We're both equally funny. I'm a little better on the radio. I got great chemistry with Anthony Cumia. When he says "nah," I say "girl." We finish each other's sentences.
That's funny.
I say "nah," you say "girl." That's my new
say that yesterday,
That's my
did
new
you?
closer in front of a Jersey audience. I say "nah," you say "girl." Look at Matt Damon. Look at Matt Damon right there in this Liberace movie. Do you tell me that's going to give you nightmares? Look at Michael Douglas
Oh, that's creepy.
without the toupee on.
He wore a toupee? I didn't even know that.
This movie made me realize Michael Douglas sounds exactly like Liberace.
Jesus Christ, that's creepy. Ugh.
You know Liberace. You know who took Liberace's virginity? I bet you don't know this.
No.
He's from Wisconsin. It's in his book, and they say it in this movie. A Green Bay Packer fucked him. True story.
Are you serious?
Took his virginity. Yeah.
Who was it?
We tried to figure it out. It would have been around the 1938 Packers, and he says he was the size of a door. So how many big guys on the Packers? But I used to
All of them.
But I used to like Vince Lombardi finding that out. Like, you know, nobody's fucking out there. Everybody's grabbing. Grab. You're supposed to be one hell of a defensive unit. You're supposed to be sucking cock. You're fucking doing nothing out there. You're busy fucking Liberace.
That's a great Lombardi.
That's Lombardi.
Yeah, Lombardi's one of those, clearly didn't have sympathy for the 1960s kids he was raising. And his son gets interviewed, and his son has the most awful twitch, like his eyes. That clearly from his father yelling at him. So he tries to say nice things about his father, but the whole interview he's blinking like crazy. He goes, "Yeah, my dad was a great guy, but don't grow your hair long. Don't. Yeah, nice guy, but don't say the war's wrong in Vietnam. Don't say that. Don't."
Jesus Christ, his boyfriend.
Do you take this part if you're Matt Damon and Michael Douglas? Do you take this?
I think you almost have to. I mean, it's a great part. But this
erases Good Will Hunting for me.
Good Will Hunting was great.
You know?
It erases it.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Doesn't it kind of?
How about
How far
Philadelphia, Tom Hanks?
It's a great role. He wasn't as gay as this.
That more ruined Antonio Banderas for me.
He didn't really do much after that.
The most
He did
sickening.
Desperado.
Antonio Banderas in the movie Philadelphia gives me douche chills. He's so bad in that movie. Yeah. You're not leaving without a blood transfusion. This is my boyfriend. I'm not leaving without a blood transfusion. Well, Tom Hanks, you lost all that weight. That's hard, fucking. I guess. I don't know. It's hard to do. It was a good act.
But you don't take the job if it's offered.
Oh, this is the scene you was talking about with Matt Damon giving him.
Depends on the level of showbiz you're at. I'm not turning anything down right now.
So you would take a part where you get viciously,
that big of a part?
What if you get viciously fucked in the ass?
No. Vicious. The key term being vicious.
Think of, what would you,
I guess
what would
you're
you do?
saying it would be harder to do a gay scene than be with a really unattractive woman.
I would take the unattractive woman.
I'd rather be in an unattractive woman scene, yeah.
Yeah.
Be
Like
easier
make
to-
out with an unattractive woman.
Than a guy?
Or no, not make out with a guy. Like
I would love
like
to
a guy
do an
has to
unattractive
like
woman.
just be in a gay scene, but you don't have to like
Unattractive woman, I don't even
physically make out with them or anything.
I don't care about unattractive women because I don't like attractive women would creep me out more because
Than a guy?
no.
And making out with a guy.
No, guy is not the question. I already made
Well, that's
that
the
known.
question Joe's posing.
Fuck
No,
a
I'm
guy,
not.
unattractive woman. Any
I
day
didn't
of the
say
week.
making out. I said you just do a scene, but you don't have to get physical with the guy, but you have to act like you're his lover.
Oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
I could act like
okay.
it, yeah.
Or make out
I
with
did
a
that
really
in a movie.
hideous girl.
I did that
What's
in
the
a
money?
movie.
What's the money? What's better on the money?
Same money.
Same money. I'm taking.
I did it for 20 G's with Will Ferrell. But at the end of the scene, and I told the director, it says Artie and Will kiss on the lips. And it was shot in Germany. And I said to my agent, tell the director, don't get me over to fucking Germany and think you're going to convince me to kiss Will on the lips. It ain't happening.
Yeah,
sure enough, the director, okay, come on, just do it. I go, I agree it's funnier if I do it. I'm not kissing him on the lips.
Yeah, I'm not kissing no dude on the lips.
And Will just kept trying to grab me to kiss me because he'll do anything for a laugh. And he goes, we can't use that scene. I said, why? He goes, because you look repulsed by him. You're supposed to be his lover. I said, well, he could kiss me on the cheek or something. So he kissed me on the cheek.
Yeah, I don't think
My Uncle Sonny hasn't talked to me in 3 years.
I got a story for you that you'll go, oh my God.
Does it involve you fucking a guy?
No. But
No, I don't want to hear it.
I'm kidding. Do you know the comic who's a cross-dresser?
Yes.
What's his name?
I forgot. But
This Italian dude.
yeah, he's big as shit. Built like a brick house.
Yeah, he's
like brick
he's
house. Like
older
bad.
too.
Yeah, he's
like,
older.
he looks
Rich
like he's
Francesi?
No, he dresses like a woman and does his act in heels and everything. He's
Doesn't even
Nick
change his
DiPaolo.
voice. He doesn't even fake the voice either. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, man.
I don't get it. So
I
it's
met-
kind of like Eddie Izzard type or like.
yeah, but I think he is. You would
He's
say
really-
he's a gay
yeah,
guy,
yeah, I
right?
think he's a gay man.
He's a gay guy, but he's a.
Because Eddie Izzard's not gay, right? But he
Right,
just dresses
no.
like a chick.
No, this guy is a
Original Medea.
transvestite.
Is the Medea guy gay?
He's not.
Oh, okay.
So this is how fun my ADD. You're gonna say it was an ADD, but I meet him at this open mic once, and then I see him again in the city at the New York Comedy Club, and he comes over, and like you said, he has the guy voice, but he's full makeup, everything, and he's like, Joe, hey, how are you? And I'm like, hey, how you doing? Good to see you, man. He's like, good to see you here.
It's like talking to Kathleen Turner.
Yeah. He's like, you going up? I'm like, nah, I just went up. I'm done. He's like,
Talk about Big Lass from SNL.
When he talks like Tom Waits?
Yeah, he's got a scratchy voice, right?
Wow, that's great.
And then he goes, I got to go down and do my spot. I'm like, all right. And something happened where I was half paying attention and wanting to leave while he was talking to me. So embarrassing. I kissed him on the cheek goodbye. like he was a girl. I stopped.
You did his own.
And all this, and he goes, "Oh, I like your beard." That's what he said, and I went, "What the fuck?" As I
Sometimes
did,
you
I
do
went,
stuff
"What
out of
did
a
I do?"
reaction, like,
yeah, I just react. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Did you ever meet a short?
Never
did you
met
ever-
a trans, but I
did you
didn't know
ever-
how to act.
Did you ever
Like I
meet
said,
a
girls
really
go-
short guy and just out of like a habit, you go like this?
Tim Sullivan?
You hit your knees. You hit your knees. How you doing?
Hit your knees?
I've done that before.
What do you mean hit your knees?
Like just like when you go to like a kid. Up, how you doing, buddy? Like,
I don't even know what that is.
you know when you're trying to fuck a kid.
Do you hand them candy and they don't go for it? You know what's crazy with that? With the whole transgender thing? I always hit a thing where I just don't make it uncomfortable. I just react like they're chicks. Like, so when I leave women, it's like women. I always hug women. I always shake guys' hands, right? That's what I always do. But so I just hug them. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. They're not made out of acid. Don't fucking, they're not grabbing me by the dick. I just fucking, hey, what's up? Hey, chick. Oh, fuck. If you want to be classified as that, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But It's weird when you got the hard.
Now you have that. This isn't something that even really existed for Artie and I. We were growing up. Transgenders, there wasn't that really happening.
When you got a hard
forgive me
dyke,
for being awkward about it. I don't know. You don't know what to say. Like
What do you
Chaz
do?
Bono.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that a little bit. They're harder. When you got a hard dyke that's definitely still a chick with tits. Like, and it's the worst when they got nice tits too. And it's like they're strapping them down. It's like
The world
man,
is
nice
so
tits.
different. Like if my father's been dead since 1990. If I saw him right now, the first thing I think I'd say to him is, he go, "What's it like living in 2015?" Dad, Bruce Jenner is a chick. Before cell phones, before like ATM machines, I go, Bruce Jenner, you remember him? Yeah. He's a fucking chick.
Yeah,
What year was that when he won the Olympics?
1976.
It was the 70s. It was the bicentennial year.
dude, it's weird, man. Like you just kind of I don't really have any emotions toward gay shit. I don't really care.
My son gets confused. It's weird. It's funny when you have a 7-year-old
Everybody gets
son.
confused. They're confused half the.
But my
time.
son met that girl that we said that was pretty, that was a lesbian. She was hosting a show, and my son had to come with me. I had no babysitter. He's sitting in the back of the comedy club, and he's going, "Why is that boy? Is that a boy?" He was like so confused, and I did not know how to explain.
Your son's a cool kid. Your son's more manly than you are.
Yeah, he's gonna be cool.
I don't know about that.
I think he is.
You haven't been around him all day.
Yeah. I mean, he knew more about sports than you did.
Oh, he's getting into
He
sports.
kept hitting me out of nowhere violently. It was great. Is that the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah.
Is that the roster from that?
You got to predict who it was. Who was the size of a door? They're all the size.
All right, who fucked Liberace? Curfew's at 10. You're out fucking Liberace.
We're doing wind sprints to the guy who fucked Liberace comes out. I know I said shorts, but put the pads on until we find out who fucked Liberace.
Everybody's in bed by 10. You're fucking Liberace.
What's that? That's like that scene in Miracle where Kurt Russell's playing the coach of the Olympic hockey team, and he keeps making them skate. What was the reason he was doing that to them?
Who fucked Liberace?
Kurt Russell plays Herb Brooks, the coach of the
Yeah.
80 Olympic hockey team, and he keeps. They did something. Oh, maybe it was just that they played shitty
Punishment?
against a bad team,
Yeah.
and he just keeps making them skate till they finally one of them stands up and goes, "I play for the USA Olympic team." All right, you can leave. Fucking 4 hours of again.
That's what he
again.
wanted?
He wanted. I don't know. He wanted them to turn into like a team because he knew they didn't have the talent to beat the Russians. But if they could really gel as a team, they had a chance.
No one's stopping running until someone admits to fucking Liberace.
We'll do up downs,
Again.
15 hours straight
imagine
until
that?
Liberace's fucker.
Suicides. I got nothing to do. What am I going to do? I don't care. You think I care if I miss dinner with my fag kid?
Line it up on the 50-yard line until we find out who fucks Liberace.
Well, he keeps blowing the whistle in the movie and just going again.
I tell you, my dad was a good guy, but don't grow your hair long.
Jim Norton's got that eye twitch. I wonder if he had.
I know Jimmy.
crazy.
Jimmy
got a
sometimes
little
does like
penis eye.
a whole thing, like with his, like his chin and everything.
Yeah, I think I had a joke about that.
Maybe that's
when
what
we
happens.
roasted him once.
Maybe that's what happens when 1,000 whores piss in your mouth.
That's the backlash.
I think I called it post-traumatic fucking cum in your face disorder or something like that. I don't know. That he sucked me.
Real creative.
I don't
Joe.
remember what
Real
the joke
creative.
was. It was better than that. But you got to pull up the video. I said it on Jim Florentine roast. It's
Do
on
you
YouTube.
think you could, no matter how turned on you were by a chick, do you think you could let any chick piss in your mouth?
I can say that hands down. I just piss,
You're
shit,
just not into that.
blood, anything. Any of those three things just turn me off.
I'm going to change the subject back to when you said Dana and you let a girl slap her in the ass. Like, I'm too insecure to let my wife do something physical with another woman. It would make me jealous because it's my wife. It was just some girl I was dating. Maybe it'd be different. Could you let your wife do shit with a woman with you in front of her?
I'd be jealous of that.
Yeah, no, I don't
okay.
want. I don't want anybody.
I would.
But you were all right with it.
I don't want anybody touching my wife.
Well, I was all right with, not with someone I'm in love with.
But you were in love with Dana.
What do you mean? What
Just
spanking?
a little spank
Yeah, it
is
wasn't
fine.
like a threesome.
Me and
Right.
my wife, we went to.
What if it went that way, though?
a strip club in?
I mean, look, I'd probably be left out. Guess who'd be working the fucking camera?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that shit. I don't know. That's weird. I don't want my wife, anybody touching my wife in front of me.
Yeah.
I don't want that. So when we go out the party, she goes out with her friends. I go mine. I don't
Like, I have a recurring
nobody.
nightmare that I'm in a threesome during Fashion Week with Seal and Heidi Klum. And I'm just not getting playing time.
Hey,
Not
I'm
getting
okay
any
now.
playing time.
Seal, whenever you done, bruh.
I had that happen. I had that totally happen.
You had that when he was in the
2
threesome?
girls, yeah, one of them.
And Seal?
One of them, no. I had 2 girls and me, and like I was non-existent. I was trying to add my body in everywhere. I was just sticking fucking anything anywhere I could to try to get involved.
Did it get in there? You got to be confident though. You got to know that your dick is important.
Well, I got in there, but it was very hard. And one of them was very unattractive, and one was really hot.
Well, when 2 hot chicks are going at it, and they're ignoring you, what am I going to say? Hey, you know what this needs? This hot sex needs an obese, middle-aged comedian. I hate to rush it, guys, but here's a turn on. I've got a 215 at the stand.
I was giving one of my patented speeches to my friends about you gotta have big dick confidence. Like if you got a big dick, you walking in with a certain level of confidence.
Well, no matter what, you gotta have the confidence. Absolutely.
Yeah. But big dick confidence is a little different. You walk in like, hey, everybody, move out the way. The big dick is here. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, is that possible? If Will Chamberlain was an organ donor to get his cock,
if you could, you would have huge dick.
I would
confidence.
do that. Would you want a black dick, Joe?
Joe doesn't know how to feel about this.
I would love that.
Me as the owner of a black
have
dick,
one, not to fuck
as
with.
the owner of a black dick,
Was he supposed to have had like a massive?
He had a massive dick.
Like fucking
He's on record to having a massive.
Well, the
dick.
chick who fucked him said it looked like a hammer, a
Really?
fucking
Yeah.
I wonder if
With
it's hard to go
said
through
it had
life with
it had
something that
writing on
size.
it.
Like girls that get their tits reduced.
I know
'cause
big
that
dick
just hurts
dudes.
your back.
It's not. Yeah, it's weird because they never really learn how to adjust to society.
You don't hear a dick reduction.
They might be cool people, but it's like when it comes to dealing with women, they know after you realize you have a huge dick.
Do you think there's
It's
ever
hard
been
to
a
be
dick
grounded.
reduction surgery?
I think somebody's probably gotten a dick
A
small.
guy would never do it. They would just fucking
I
rubber
don't think
band to their fucking knee.
That's got to be a rare thing.
Doctor's like, what?
You rarely see the dick reduction surgery.
I mean, unless you have like a huge dick. Like you gotta have like
Dude,
a monstrously.
I showered in between 3 times, in between a blood and a crip at LA County Jail. And let me just say, it does not do a lot for your self-esteem.
I have a friend. He's passed, guy Rasul, but this dude, he was fucking. For some reason, he was one of those kids who would pull a dick out. You know those one of those kids. He would just pull his dick out, but. He had like a fucking the thickest.
It's called a retard.
Yeah, a little bit. He had like a coffee.
It's my dick!
He had like a coffee.
Hi, Chris, it's my cock again.
That's hilarious.
He had like a coffee mug, thick dick, and it was like I was like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Well,
Get your dick
that's
out.
the thing about retards. You're supposed to all have big dicks.
I mean, yeah,
retarded dicks.
I'm guessing.
What a bad. Could you imagine you got a big dick, you win that lottery, and then you're retarded?
There's
it's a
another
hard life.
weird one that I've went through with my son. Is he was going to took a swim class, and we're in the fucking locker room, and a retarded guy came in and was naked right next to us, and my son
fucking
was just like
uncomfortable.
frozen. I did not. My
That's
dad,
everybody,
and he just
though.
goes, "What is that?" Like I didn't know what to say to that one.
That's everybody.
That's
dude. No
too.
one likes
I don't
this.
think to that day. I don't think I had ever seen a retarded guy.
If your
naked.
wife was 5 months pregnant and you knew the kid was retarded, would you have it aborted?
Ooh man,
Ugh.
that's a tough one because when you
It's not. Not to me. It is.
No, but when your wife gets pregnant, they do take these tests where you can find that
now
out.
they do.
You
They
find
didn't.
out.
But you. That's a hard decision for you.
That's not an easy decision because that's a hard one. That's weird. I mean, that would be raising a kid that's completely healthy is brutally hard. I don't know how people do it.
Well, a retarded kid has got to be
That's
hard.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know how they raise a retarded child. How fucking hard that is on a parent.
I don't know.
They're saints, the people that do that. I know a
the
guy.
parents of autistic kids, man. I feel so
know.
bad for them. They're always tired because the kid. It's really a shame, man.
My
you know.
wife's friend, one of my wife's best friend had an autistic kid, so
Yeah.
they kind of just do it. She's like the fucking godparent, my fucking wife, so she hangs out with him all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
What are you
can't
guys
get-
Debbie Downer now?
I can't get
well, we
chicks.
having a
I can't get chicks. Like as soon as a chick has to take my temperature, she packs her bags.
There's a really good movie about. It's kind of a comedy, which is weird, about an autistic guy in a relationship with a non-autistic
Sounds
girl.
hilarious.
It's funny.
Yeah, sounds good.
I forget what the fuck it's called.
It's called That's Mine. Put it down.
Really good.
What's it's called? Lethal Weapon 4.
More like spectrum autism. Well, there's a lot of versions of autism.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Sometimes,
them.
you know,
got
you're
the Rain
just
Man.
sometimes
the
you're just socially
severe
ill.
autism is really like
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard.
Like Jenny McCarthy has an autistic kid or something, and I saw
Supposedly the
him
kid's
once,
better, though.
and the kid just makes faces like Jenny McCarthy.
Really?
Yeah, just as funny. Well, there's the hottest comedian ever, Jenny McCarthy.
She's not.
She's not a stand-up.
She calls herself a comedian.
Oh, she's kind of doing stand-up now.
a
She has a
cunt
special on Netflix.
Cunt median. That's what she.
No, she's great.
Cunt median?
I don't know.
She's a cunt median.
That's the best I can come up with.
A cunt median.
That's the best part I can come up with.
The hell's that?
Her sketch. Your sketch show?
screensaver's on.
Yeah, that's nothing there.
I just thought you were showing off your screensaver.
Okay, let's see which Packer. We'll end with this. Which Packer fuck Liberace? Let's look at some of the sizes.
Do you recognize? I'm not going to recognize one name.
Neither am I. What am I, an expert on the fucking
38.
I don't think it was a rusher or
38
receiver.
team.
I'm going with a lineman. I think it was a lineman.
Because he said he was big as a
It
house.
was big as a house. So
He goes, he was a Green Bay Packer.
slide up to the
Wasn't the
lineman.
kicker.
Oh, the kicker. The kicker is never big as a house. Fuck it. I don't know.
Yeah, losing your virginity to the kicker. That would have terrible.
Yeah, find the guy who weighs and
What other thing
weighs the most.
What
Does
other
it
thing
have
the
this-
coaches make you do for punishment? What else? I know they make you do up downs, wind sprints.
Again.
Oh God, yeah.
What else they make you do? I'm trying to think.
Fuck Liberace. Again. That's funny. We got to shoot that.
Again.
We're gonna do laps, laps, and
All right.
Players are fucking throwing up. They're so tired.
Fuck Liberace.
You wasn't throwing up when you had that cock in your mouth.
Again.
Liberace.
You're gonna have to make a choice. Let me just make it up now. You have to make a choice, middleman. You want football or cock? Well, I can't read those names.
Yeah, fuck
Larry Butler. Just give us the sizes. Give us the heights and weights.
It's probably in one of his books. You could probably
It is. It's
Google
in
it.
his, but he doesn't say the name.
He doesn't say the name.
None of the books.
Just says a Green Bay Packer took his
Really?
virginity though. Yeah.
I don't think they have the weights here.
Well, just what the height is good.
They don't have height here either.
Well,
Everyone was
let's
the
just
same
you know what?
size.
Let's abandon this. Bit.
I want to get out of this.
Let's abandon this bit.
You know you want to get out of it. I just want to get out. So
Everyone-
fast.
Abort comedy bit. Abort comedy bit.
Everyone
Please
was
let me out the bit.
5'10" and 182.
The
back
answer
then.
is I would definitely abort a retarded kid.
You would.
Yeah.
If it's five, for five is illegal.
6
right?
months in, that's pretty
What-
far
what's-
in.
What's illegal, Dan? Do you know what that is? What's illegal? What's it say in the
That's
law?
fuck, now that now I
How
wanna,
deep into a pregnancy?
I want to text my wife. She works at
Well,
Planned
if it
Parenthood.
endangers the mother's health.
After like 4, I think.
No, I think you can go later.
The mother's health is a small price to pay not to have raise a retarded kid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a hard pill, but like,
The
it's one
mother
of those
can't
things. Where,
sacrifice a little bit.
it's one of those weird things where it's like then you got some fucking slow kids or whatever, and mentally whatever you want to call them. They end up becoming like great people in society that do huge shit too. So it's like you don't know what to do. I figure if you get too deep in, you say fuck it, we're gonna go for it. You know what I mean? But
No, I would have to take them just because I'd be afraid of what their life would be.
Yeah,
like.
but early in the
imagine
game-
you playing catch with your son and it's not with a baseball, it's with his shit.
I'm a piece of shit because there was no hesitation of laughter in that. There was no. I should have held out just to be like,
Hey, Dad, let's play cards.
oh no, son, not with that. No. We would do wind sprints.
Okay, I got the weights now. The largest guys, Frank
We had it
Ballas.
out. Now
Frank
we're back
what?
in the bit again.
Frank Ballas,
Ballas.
Ballas.
That's definitely him. All right,
From
let's go to the
Iowa.
next bit.
He's a Hall of Famer. There's no way he's fucking a kid.
John Brennan, 204.
John Brennan from the Jerky Boys?
Charlie Brock, 207.
That sounds
Suck
like
the
That
cock.
sounds like the guy.
Oh,
Wait.
Mr.
Wait.
Brock.
let's get to the name.
Tiny Enger Breston,
There's no way he didn't fuck
238.
Anger is his nickname?
Inger Breston, that's his last name.
Tiny? Did you
Tiny.
fuck Liberace?
What position?
TinyEnger.
Doggy
How about
style. That's
a-
Tiny the colon filler Archibald?
He was 238 pounds.
That nickname's a dead giveaway.
all small guys. These like the these
One
like
of the tallest guys on the team. He was 6'1".
These all small dudes. These like receivers.
Tiny, bury my dick in your ass.
He's a running back.
Livingston.
This is 1938. You got to remember.
Tiny must be a running back. I mean, these still small
Yeah,
dudes.
people back in 38 did not understand. They didn't understand the way we clearly do.
He went to Northwestern.
The guy who fucked Liberace, how do you know that?
No, it says here. This guy
I was
went to
going to say, he was a
Northwestern.
smart kid, too.
We've got
he went to Northwestern.
Arnie
Very bright
Herber.
guy. Who?
Arnie Herber.
There's
He's
your guy right there.
213.
Oh, Arnie. Arnie.
On it.
Clark-
On it.
Clark-
On it.
Where the hell is Herber? He's late again.
Clark Hinkle. Hinkle.
Who?
Clark Hinkle.
Clark, I hate pussy Hinkle.
Too obvious.
Hinkle, what were you doing that your team couldn't come watch? You're late again.
Oh, if it ain't Clark, pussy makes me sick Hinkle.
At 2:40.
At 2:40, typical.
Charlie Death
wait,
before
wait.
pussy Hinkle.
At 2:49 from Vanderbilt, Baby Ray.
Oh shit, Baby Ray, sweet
Baby, I love ABBA Ray.
Sweet, you ever take Sweet Baby Ray fucking barbecue sauce? That's the same guy.
At
It's probably his jizz.
at 2:20, Frank Twindell from Minnesota.
Twindell. That sounds like a
Twindell
horny.
didn't do
It sounds
it.
like a horny name.
Twindell didn't do it. He was pissed that he was doing
Every
Rick's
one of
voice.
these guys sounds guilty.
At 2:35 from Alabama, Bill Lee.
Hey, Twindell, what are you limping for?
I threw my back out.
Artie is in the zone right now. He's just burying these. This is right in
240.
your
Also,
wheelhouse.
all these Minnesota boys. 240 from Minnesota.
It's
Warren
shallow
Kilgore.
gay humor. This is my wheelhouse.
Warren
This is like
Kilgore.
what Will Durst does politics.
Just fucking bam, bam. You're like the fucking American Sniper right now.
I'll get used to it. This is my last job in show business. Artie, we Googled your podcast. We'd like you to leave Los Angeles and never come back. The Big Bang Theory canceled the audition. Yeah, well, no, you're right, Joe. It's a different time we live in. You know, the Eddie Murphy faggots bit. You can't do that. I mean, again, Neil Patrick Harris is this generation's James Caan. He played a womanizer, you know,
Right.
and he's a talented guy. And you know, like women like it because it's like, you know, they feel they can hang out with him.
I mean, 'cause they can.
He's going to kill on the Oscars.
What show is that?
Chris Rock, Letterman, all these amazing legendary comics couldn't figure out the Oscars. Neil Patrick Harris will figure it out. Absolutely.
I didn't even know he was hosting it.
I bet he kills.
Really? I thought what's her name was going to do it? Who did it? Didn't she do it last year? Ellen DeGeneres?
Yeah.
I don't know
love
why I
Ellen.
thought she was doing it.
I love Ellen.
That's Baby Ray.
Baby Ray.
Baby Ray.
Look at him.
He's the size of a small door.
He's pretty big.
He gave him the dick.
Wow,
We
look
don't
at that.
know that for sure.
Baby Ray gave him the dick.
Baby Ray's dead. What are the chances Baby Ray's family listens to the podcast?
Baby Ray's cousin gonna come in. Yeah, Baby Ray didn't get nobody the dick.
Hi, Ed Silverberg. I represent Baby Ray.
His
Came to
legacy.
my attention that you accused my client of having sexual intercourse with Liberace. I don't know if you could call
I
me
didn't say
back.
shit. If I said it, tell me what I said. You said he gave him the dick.
The family's seeking damages. No, that guy looks like he, you know, I don't know anything for sure, but Baby Ray looks like he'd like to get behind the piano player and teach him a fucking lesson.
The only guy I knew wasn't gay was the sinner. That's the only guy I know for a fact was not gay. Why are we digging so deep into Baby Ray? For some reason, we all suspect Baby Ray.
It makes you wonder, like, if a guy like that guy in the Packers, this big guy in the Packers, gets behind you and fucks you in the ass, and then you just decide, okay, I'm gay. Do you think Liberace even tried pussy? You know what I mean? It's like pussy and a cock are such a perfect. Like, God did such a perfect thing. Like, how could he think something's better than that? You know what I mean? Like it's such a perfect combination. Even when it's not, it works.
You're gonna have to do a guest speaking job at my son's Sunday school.
I'll tell you what it is. I'll tell you why I'm the most liberal guy you know, why I'm a friend of the gay community. It's because, and I've said this before, what I just said is proof that you cannot discriminate against gay people because you're clearly born gay. And no one knows that more than a straight guy.
Right.
No, do you understand how some guy would like getting fucked in the ass or instead of fucking someone's pussy? No, I can't. Which means you're born that way. So if you discriminate against them, it's the same as discriminating against somebody for being born black, white, or anything else.
Right.
It's that's the irony about these evangelists, these fundamentalist Christians who hate them. It's God's work you're making fun of.
Right.
Yeah.
They don't realize that.
No, it's not a choice. It's not an atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like, do you think there's an atmosphere you could have grown up in that could get you to like cock over pussy? I don't know. My dad, you know, I don't know. My dad hugged me a lot, so I just love cock. Pussy's terrible. Yeah. Chris, your thoughts?
I kind of agree. I don't know. I kind of agree with you.
If
I
you kissed a guy on
argument.
screen, say you kissed, like Kevin Hart just had this recently, like you wouldn't kiss a guy or something. Didn't that come up in a movie?
Yeah. They was talking about. He said
and that's got to be
don't
about.
Really wanna,
right.
He doesn't want to play a gay role due to the fact that he don't think he's secure in his masculinity enough to do it. That's what he said.
Who wants to stand on a chair to make out with a gay guy? But do you think are there black people in your life now in the Italian world? I know there are. So I'm asking, friends or family that would seriously never have a hard time talking to you?
In my life, no, not my family.
I don't know.
Not
okay.
We have a my cousin. She's gay as shit. She looks like me, exactly like me.
But the guy gay thing's a different thing.
It is, but my family was so. It's a weird. We're just a very. Even if we don't have to agree to accept you. We just like, oh, I don't agree with what you do, but fucking I love you. I can't go back on that now. What the fuck?
Right.
I'm over this shit, not because you get plowed in the ass.
What if you had a gay son, and you don't clearly, but if you did, how would you feel, Joe? You're from Philly. You're an Italian guy, very close-minded.
I like how you put him in a box.
I'm probably the most open-minded in my whole family, though.
What about your brother?
My
your
brother's very close-minded.
Big Eagles fan.
Oh, I would bother him.
Would he throw him off the 700 level?
No, he'd have to adjust. I think.
Could I shake your brother's hand and give him a hug, and would he feel comfortable with that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
He's not like that.
No, he's not.
I don't know. I got to find out what kind of closed-minded we're talking
Are you about the racial thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no. That's a different subject.
I've been in that. Crazy shit happens when somebody has to warn me, like, yeah, my cousin's coming over there. Look, don't fuck.
Actually, if my son told me he was gay, I'd probably say as a compromise, all right, listen, I'll accept that. Try to make it a white guy. I probably would have.
Please. I don't want that huge cock going in.
My brother's so bad that he won't let his son play soccer.
Why?
Because he just doesn't like that
Soccer's a
sport.
fucking
He'd
hard
rather
sport.
him play. He wants him to play football, baseball, hockey. Like my brother.
Your brother, there's a lot of.
He's stereotypical about. He's racist on a sport.
I got friends who won't let their 12-year-old kid wear a bicycle helmet because it looks gay.
That I completely understand.
And it's a shame. Those bicycle
Take
helmets.
that fucking helmet off.
The poor
pussy.
kid.
I wear it.
When you're 12, you want nothing but to look cool, and that helmet.
That helmet fucks you up.
It is
so disgusting.
They need to make those helmets look better.
There's no way of making a helmet look better. Helmets are fucking.
You would have
terrible.
to smoke a Marlboro Red to counteract it.
If you're gonna wear that helmet, here, take this pack of cigarettes. Either it's the helmet or fucking no helmet or cancer. Which one do you want?
Right.
Short term or long term? How the fuck you want to do it?
No. It's now. So your brother, you think would really have an issue with it? Because I know your brother. I don't know about that.
I think he'd adjust. I'm saying, but I think it would be an easier adjustment for me than him. Maybe.
Now, Dan, what about it in Chicago? In Chicago, they don't like tricolor pizza.
No. My dad has a gay brother. My dad has.
Oh, no kidding.
3 brothers and one's gay.
So then, how does your brother get along with his gay uncle?
We barely see him. We have my dad.
Okay, so that solves that.
Questions answered. Questions have been answered.
I choose to ignore him.
It's funny. My dad was not till recently did my dad start really kind of hanging out with his brothers, which is odd. But our whole lives, we saw one of my dad's brothers way more than the other two. The other two lived only a half hour.
And he's
away.
openly gay and everything.
No,
he's not. Is he in the closet?
Wow.
He's not in the closet. He's just
not anymore. I guess
he's not in the closet.
Are we going to have to edit this?
Not
We're going to call.
No, you're not going to have to.
Dan will get a text. Listen, turns out my uncle is not gay.
No, he's not in the closet. My grandmother, who's not alive anymore, never knew, and she said he's just waiting for the right guy or right girl.
Oh, there's a Freudian slip.
Yeah. She really
Yeah, my grandmother would be like that too. Yeah.
She didn't accept it and didn't realize it. And to me, it's obvious.
Yeah,
he would bring guys to events.
Wow. Yeah. Like what event? Well, that's not so
like
bad.
A family reunion or something. He would be with his boyfriend. It was obvious.
Oh, you mean like a romantic
reunion?
thing?
Choices are made at family reunions.
He was a grown man. He was probably like 40, and he's with another man at a family wedding or something.
I don't care.
And could your brother deal with something like that?
Yeah. But I don't think my dad adjusted to it. I think he's used.
Well, there's levels. Like would he join a conga line with him? Guys, it's a conga line.
My mom and dad definitely came up in the time where, if you if they have to go watch Brokeback Mountain, they're not going to want to look at it. Like kind
I didn't watch
of how
Brokeback
you are.
Mountain.
That it doesn't bother me as much when I watch it in
It's
a
hard to
movie
get
or whatever.
through Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I haven't
You need
watched
at least how about a little bit of a warning? Like one night it's drizzling out, and all of a sudden they're raping each other in the tent. What the fuck happened?
Yeah, I'm very accepting. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want
How about a warning on the DVD? 32 minutes in, two gay guys violently fuck. While Randy Quaid watches in puzzlement. The funniest part about the movie is Randy Quaid when he sees them frolicking, the look on his face, like, what the hell's going on? Now, my old man was not sympathetic towards that. When I struck out in baseball, he would tell me I'm swinging like a cunt. That's what he told me.
Yeah, my dad's kind of.
That's a good point.
I call him.
I
call my dad an Alan Alda Italian. Like he's kind of.
So he's gay.
Yeah. No, he's.
Now, your father is a nice guy.
My dad's an intellectual. You know, he's a smart
Is
guy.
he?
Yeah. He went to night school for 10 years to get a 4-year degree. He's a chemical engineer. He's smart. And
did he have a good job when you were growing up? I mean,
he had an average job. As a kid,
he underachieved.
I always thought he could have done a lot more.
Did you express that to him?
No.
Oh, there's another edit. I'm gonna have to make it 10
No,
o'clock
you
at
can
night.
say that. My dad doesn't have that. He's not paying for the membership. He's kind of cheap. Just don't write it up on Facebook.
You're just gonna hear like a crazy bad edit, like out of nowhere. Joe goes, "My father had a great job and my uncle's straight." And I didn't have sex with the chick from Michigan. What?
My gay uncle's fucking hilarious. Like I always liked him. I was like, this guy's fucking funny.
Gay guys are
They're
funny.
He's funny.
Like Mario Cantone, a good friend of mine. Anyone funnier than that guy?
No, he's hilarious.
I've never seen Mario King.
Oh God, he's hilarious. You can't follow him.
No, he's hilarious.
You can't follow him, man. He's just destroys, and he's really talented. And there's that thing, It's like when I watch Sex and the City, I fast forward to his part.
I just thought of something that you're gonna have 90 jokes about. But my dad, he did not. He grew up in Chester, Pennsylvania, in a little tiny house. They did not have much money. 4 boys in one bedroom, and mom and dad
Get out
in the
the
other
fucking
bedroom.
Well,
Well, my dad and his 2 brothers all wet the bed, right? Mm-hmm. But the gay brother didn't wet the bed, and one of them had to share the bed with the gay brother.
Mm-hmm. What they knew back then, he was gay.
I don't know, bro. Who knows? But
what was he doing at 9 years old?
He didn't piss the bed.
He didn't piss the bed.
And he had to sleep with someone who did piss the bed.
That sucks.
And he's gay.
You give your son you give your 10-year-old son a Playboy and he makes like a paper mache doll. Some kids you can tell even that at that young age that they're like, whoa,
Do you think? Like my daughter plays with dolls like crazy, and my son does every boy thing there is. So you wonder that doesn't have anything to do with that.
I don't think it comes down to boy-girl stuff. It just comes down to how they feel. Because you might do boy.
It comes down to
shit.
loving or not loving dick.
Yeah, it's a choice. I don't feel like it's.
I mean, I'm being serious.
Especially not nowadays. Like kids do feminine shit. And this is weird because when I was growing up, it was like, hey, I played sports because dudes played sports. But now kids are like, nah, fucking women, we all play. Everybody does everything. It's just weird. Yeah. I don't understand.
What about, do you think there'll ever be a great player in the NFL to come out as gay? Do you think there'll ever be a great player?
There will be because.
I think that's such a macho culture that I really think, because forget about the players. What about what the fans say? We've talked about this before. If a guy on the Eagles came out as gay quarterback.
Oh, yeah, he throws one interception.
One interception in a big game. What's coming down from the crowd?
Cordell Stewart should have came out.
Dildos. They're throwing dildos on the fucking field.
Cordell Stewart, you think is gay?
Yeah, I fucking hate Cordell.
Oh, everybody thought Cordell. Yeah, I think he was gay.
Cordell Stewart's a creep. He's on fucking what's the Real Housewives? He was on like Real Housewives, and his
all right, calm down.
And he got like divorced from his wife and everything, and they never tell you why. I'm pretty sure it's because he was probably in the closet and she knew shit. Like she has all these agreements she had to sign, fucking non-disclosure or something.
Really?
Yeah.
He was on the Steelers, right?
Yeah, he was Steelers.
I remember people in Pittsburgh would say he was.
Honey, before we get married, can you just sign this piece of paper my lawyer drew up? My husband is gay.
Cordell Stewart basically could do, this is what I hate about him, he could do everything, but he could do none of it good. Cordell Stewart was the shittiest football player.
The shittiest great player.
He was just talented, but had no talent. He was a piece of. He can kick, but he could only kick 20 yards out.
He wasn't a champion. You know what I mean? There's certain
kicker.
Brady's a champion.
Yeah.
Why
did I say Brady first?
No, I'm just saying, Bradshaw, these guys, you could tell he didn't have Mark Sanchez doesn't have the thing to go the extra mile. I don't think Tony Romo has it. But Jay Cutler doesn't have it.
Yeah, Tony Romo had. He's gotten it done, but I don't think he has it either. I'm scared. I don't know. We'll know more by next year, maybe 2 years from now. Kaepernick, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he can get over the hurdle.
Look, I've said this before too. Tony Romo's last name rhymes with homo.
Yeah.
What do you think my cousins do at a giant Cowboy game as soon as he comes on the field? That just flows off the fucking tongue.
It's not like you want to. You have to say it.
Yeah.
The best was when the Phillies were playing Tampa Bay in the World Series and being there, and who was that guy? Shit. Who's the third baseman for the Tampa Bay?
You talking baseball?
Brady Dicklicker?
For
Tampa Bay, third baseman?
His last name's Longoria. What was his
Ivan
first name?
Longoria.
Ivan Longoria?
He's one letter away from Eva Longoria.
The whole crowd would yell out Eva every time he was up. And I swear it worked. He had a terrible World Series.
Yeah, that would hurt you after a while.
The whole stadium Eva'd him.
Yeah.
Every at bat.
Like it works both ways. If everybody's cheering for you, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah. They're all against you. It could if you let it get in there. It gets aggressive.
I'm trying to think of the worst heckles I've ever heard at. I told you at a Philadelphia Flyers game, I was like 11 years old with my cousin. My guy came up to me, a 40-year-old man in a Flyers jersey. I was wearing a Giant shirt. Drunk off his ass. I'm 11. He goes in, he whispers in my ear, "Hey, your mother told me she was constipated last night, so I fucked the shit out of her."
Asshole.
And he started laughing as if he was George Carlin at Carnegie Hall.
Hey, man.
That's why the first 45 minutes of that movie 21 Jump Street is kind of hilarious.
It is great.
Did you ever see the movie?
21 Jump Street
with
is
the movie with Jonah Hill in it?
Yeah. 21 and 22 Jump Street.
Because they're trying to be like our generation in today's school, and they think that...
Oh, the backpack shit? When he was like, you got to two-strap it. No, one-strap. Everybody's one-strapping. I'm two-strapping. Like, what?
That's not the funniest is how they're used to being dicks, and that's how you get popular.
Well,
they're in today's generation.
Now,
they're
you
being
get popular
dicks.
by looking like Christian, what's his face?
Oh, no, Christian Tatum. No, well, that was what made
What's his name?
great.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum was cool as shit in high school. He was cool.
I'm sure he was.
Yeah, in the movie. But then
it wasn't Jonah Hill.
And Jonah was the fucking geek, but it swapped around because geeks are hot now.
When Jonah Hill lost the weight, I can't.
He wasn't.
I don't find him funny.
He was still a little chubby in that though, so it was good.
Dan, what do you think about a thin Jonah Hill? Jonah Hill's performance in Moneyball is Dan's favorite.
Oh yeah, right.
It is. You always talk about that.
Yeah, I never thought he was all that funny.
Huh? I think he's good.
Just, yeah, you can't.
Dan is a harsh.
He hates him.
Dan is a harsh.
You didn't like Moneyball?
What about Superbad?
Moneyball comes out and goes, "Oh sure, you got nominated for a fucking award. You suck."
What about Superbad?
That's fat Jonah Hill.
That's
two different guys.
How about Wolf of Wall Street is
Wolf of Wall Street.
Best.
He's fucking great. He's fucking hilarious.
He does that character.
You can't argue
well,
with that.
Man.
You can't. Come on. What about that, dude?
He plays a specific kind of guy in that he nails.
You didn't see it?
Dan is a animal over there. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I just don't think.
If he doesn't like him, he doesn't like him.
I don't like.
I hated every white comedian.
We're gonna edit. I want to edit out this entire show except Joe saying his uncle's gay. Title of the podcast: Joe's uncle is gay.
I've done stand-up jokes about my uncle being gay.
Now, does he care? Does he mad at that?
He hasn't seen me do the bits. I see
But
the
what
guy
if he
once
did?
every
What if
15
he did,
years.
though?
That's probably why you don't see
I think
him.
he'd probably laugh. I actually do, because the joke's not that bad.
I always wonder if my father would come to life and knew the stories I told in my book and on Stern about him, like that Yankee Stadium thing. And he was kind of a private guy.
He wouldn't have liked it.
I don't know. But he loved Howard so much. He wouldn't have believed. The job I got on Stern to my dad, and I'm not exaggerating, it would have been as if I became a U.S. president. That's,
All right.
But I would have had to buy him a car. It would have been awful. Would have been in my life in a bad way. It would have got very dysfunctional.
You hear that a lot by celebrities that, they had some sort of thing that they got, and it was after they lost a parent, and the parent didn't get to see this big thing. It was right before it.
Well, he died. He died when I was 22. I was just a fucking loser drunk.
All right.
Yeah,
I mean, I still am, but
I'm gonna be honest. If my mom probably was still with, when shit starts going up and I start making money and my mom's still alive, I would probably invest every dime in making her happy. I wouldn't even care about myself, which would probably piss my wife off. But I would.
I thought about whether or not to tell the stories about my father and the thing, but then I said to myself, you know what?
It's you.
This is the payback for leaving me a piece of sheetrock in the garage. He didn't even have a will.
No one has. I don't think anybody has a will.
What are you
It's
talking
hard.
about? I have one.
I mean, you should. You're thinking forward.
Of course, I have to have a will. If you have anything to leave.
I mean, you blue collar. You don't kind of think about it. You think, yeah, I'll be here. You know what I mean?
I can't wait to see my mother after I die when that stripper gets $100,000.
I think my dad.
Dan, could you imagine, Dan, knowing my mom? What if I left a stripper $100,000? What do you think my mother would do?
She would lose her shit.
She would call me every day and say, "How could you let that
I think
happen?"
she'd have a hit put out on the wall.
Yeah.
Because my mother grew up Italian from North Newark, and there are people like she could call sometimes. Like she threatens that. And my mother's gotten so mad where there's times she goes, "I'm calling," and she'll say a name, and I go, "Don't call him." Don't call him.
I didn't know when I met your mother.
Because the mover was rude to you. I agree, but I don't think it's.
When I met your mom, I didn't know her name is my mom's middle name, which is what everybody called my mom.
Oh yeah.
So it was really weird. When you said that, I was like, it was one of the things like I want to say. It was weird because I wanted to switch it to mom instantly. As soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, okay, that's
right.
No, I don't know, but that was so. It was.
That would have been funny.
I mean, it's
well, my mother does have a nightmare of a black guy calling her mom.
Mommy. I think now I might have to call your mom. I'm used to calling like moms. In the black community, we do that. Like if somebody meets you, like this is my aunt. Now you're my aunt. I just call you aunt, whatever, because it's easier.
Right.
So I wouldn't call her mom. I still wouldn't call her miss.
You have sisters and brothers?
I have 2 brothers, no sisters.
No sisters. Yeah. Sisters can be hard. Like when you have to. Like I never interfered with people my sister dated, but. You know your life is out of control when you have this conversation. Around 1989, I had this exact verbatim conversation with my sister. I said, Stace, I got to tell you something. You have to break up with this guy. And she said, why? I said, because he's a coke dealer. He deals cocaine. She goes, how do you know? I said, because I buy cocaine from him.
That's true.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I can't argue with facts. All right.
That's when your life's out of control.
That's funny. We got a cousin. I got a girl cousin who's pretty much like my sister because she was like the only female in the family. I wasn't an adult. She was just like coddled to the point where like no dudes are allowed in her house. She had one boyfriend who they're not married, like fucking 20 years in with like 9 kids. They're not married, and we all told her like, you should leave. But other than that, it's just,
my sister was always gorgeous. Thank God she was skinny and didn't get the fat gene like me. But it's harder for a chick, so she's always been thin and beautiful. And I had to think one of my good friends dated her. That awkward thing for.
I would choke her.
Like I'd see his car in my house when I was about 22, and it's not there for me. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. That's funny. I had a friend who had all sisters. 2 sisters were fucking. One of his sisters used to be great. She's shitty now, but one of them is still fucking great looking. And it was weird because. His sister was a whore. Everybody used to fuck his older sister.
Oh.
And it is what it is.
That's a nightmare.
It's one of the things where me and him stayed friends because she offered me the pussy, but I didn't take it. So that's why we stayed friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because.
And you didn't take it?
I mean, I could have fucked her.
So there is a gay guy in your family.
I didn't need to fuck her. I was already getting. I didn't fuck her. I felt her up a generous amount.
Oh, that's the other thing. I went to high school. I went to high school with a lot of brothers, and they all loved my sister.
Yeah, okay.
They would say to me, "Come on, let me date your sister, man. You got a problem with that?" I'm like, "Do I have a problem with that? What do I look like? Of course. What am I? What am I, an animal?"
I briefly told y'all about this. One Italian chick that went to my high school. The one and her brother played for the football team, and I was the only black guy. Like she liked black guys, of course, but she really liked me, and I was like, "Fuck, I could have fucked this sister." But I really felt bad because I was like, it's the only way. I'm definitely going to be fucking your sister. Well, I kind of felt bad. I was cool with it.
The blackers would say, what if I took your sister on a date? I'd say, listen, the second date would be hard because she'd be handcuffed to the radiator.
I definitely would have taken on a date. He wouldn't have found out.
You guys you're making me, I realize I'm lucky. I mean, and I didn't realize it. I never even thought this. Both my sister and my brother basically married the only person they ever dated.
So
really?
That they were ever in a relationship with. I'm sure my brother might have hooked up with other girls. I never met any of them except one girl.
Your brother seems like the kind of guy who, might have hooked up at an Eagles-Falcons game.
No, I'm sure he did, but I never met any of them. He never brought them around.
Are they high school sweethearts?
He met his wife freshman year in college. And he's been with her ever since.
I'm gonna be honest, man.
See, that's you're setting yourself up maybe for a life down the road. You're not happy.
He's super.
Like, what are the odds that your soulmate has the locker next to you? You know what I mean?
Like you gotta get like.
You know what? Well, she went to graduate school in Chicago. She went to Northwestern, and so there was two.
Smart.
She's very smart. She's a speech pathologist. That's hard to say. And she went away for 2 years. So who knows what happened in those 2 years?
Yeah, I about to say I did a hard like six.
Well, maybe
years.
she sowed some wild oats.
He didn't go with her.
I did a really hard 6 years before I really buckled down. We're not going to do math on how my life went, but I did a really aggressive 6 years. I got a lot of shit out of my system. Put it like that.
Oh, you did? Well, you got it. You have to. You have to get it out of your system.
He lived with my parents when they were married, when they first got married.
And your sister married her high school sweetheart?
Not high school. Like my sister was kind of nerdy and never had a lot of boyfriends.
She real bright too?
She's smart, and then she met my her husband in at Rutgers in college.
If we had
like
a
couple
sister-
years later, and got married pretty young too.
Yeah.
And they're still together.
And they're happy.
Yeah.
If my dad and my they would have
think.
had a daughter, and me and my brothers, we had even if she was in the middle or like the youngest or whatever, she would be one extreme or the other. Either she would be a complete whore, or she would be like scared to bring a dude in the house. It depends on if she was like the youngest or the middle. If she was the middle, she'd probably be a little bit of a whore because we would kind of.
Why is that is that a thing? The middle is always the whore, like Jan on the Brady Bunch.
I think because how I would think, opposed to and my older brother, by then would be kind of like, do what you want to do. She wouldn't be a whore, but she would kind of be fucking a little bit. But she would be like, look, do what you want to do, but be safe, all that shit. We would really beat that in the head, but don't bring no fucking dumb dudes in this house.
Wow.
So she would be kind of scared to bring a dude home. She would be slightly a whore.
You would say, don't bring no dumb dude? You got a thing about an IQ or something?
No, it's like, don't bring by dumb meaning like, don't bring no fucking piece of shit person in the fucking house. Like, some fucking dude who he's a fucking drug dealer. Like, it's some shit like that.
Right, I hear you. Well, a lot of times you have like my sister is such a clean-cut, like classy, wonderful person, but sometimes they're blind. Like you're blind with love and you don't realize that, you might be with someone that's not right for you.
I don't have to beat him up. I don't want to have to beat up some dude for my sister.
No, you got to make a phone call or something. I'm interested in how long before we stop talking on this podcast.
Well, fuck it, we talk.
Well, I'm thinking about maybe we do a double one, mate. Because for the next. Well, how long have we been talking?
72 hours.
2 hours and 15 minutes.
2 hours and 15 minutes, so that's an hour. Maybe we'll try to get 2 episodes.
Do a two-parter.
Joe, you don't got to go anywhere.
I've done
Joe.
two-parters.
Joe, do you got to leave?
See, the only thing is, I'm enjoying you guys, but Dan is bad at faking interest.
I'm sorry,
like Dan looks very.
We
bored.
lost Dan a long time ago, and I'm cool with that.
Oh, we lost him.
You guys are fucking brilliant. Well, he's used to producing Harry Shearer, like an intellectual talent, and it's like.
Hey, Dan, how many times are you going to use the F word, Chris?
No. Well, he just used a more sophisticated humor than. You think Liberace got fucked by a Packer? Dan,
it was Baby
Dan, I
Ray.
apologize.
It was Baby Ray.
I apologize, but as you know, I'm only as good on the radio as Stuttering John.
Yeah, I guess we can cover some news.
My wife's texting me. She's giving me shit.
That's what it is.
What's she saying?
Forgot. I'm so stupid. She's like, you're losing it. We get babysitters to watch our kids when I'm here, and I forgot to fucking unlock the door, so the babysitter can't get in our house. She's like, she's gonna have to bring her to her house, which is 2 doors down. It's not a big deal. So what? He can't play his video games for 45 minutes? Yeah, that's why she's going,
but
what
the door was
fuck?
open, right?
No, well, that was with the the door was open the last time.
Did you ever send a text? Did you ever send a text on a chick you're dating's phone and realize that she uses a word so much that it finishes it, and you don't? She must use that word a lot.
It saves words. I didn't realize.
If you use a word a lot, like I put Artie at the end of a text so much. If I put AR, it just spells out Artie.
Oh, okay.
And you hit it. Did that?
No.
One time, I was dating this girl. She was a stripper from outside of Philly. I met her at Delilah's, as a matter of fact. And
Nice
she dealt smack out of her apartment. My God.
You met a lot of grade A people.
That's some classics here.
She was hot. She was hot. It was hot. The only time I ever did heroin with a needle was she stuck me with a. I was asleep on her couch and it wasn't in my vein. She just like skin popped me with it, and I wanted to strangle her because that's a line I don't cross.
Yeah.
But then the high hit me and I was like, wow. You know, it's unbelievable. But I couldn't keep going there. She had like 7-year-old twins that'd be in the other room. And I'm like,
Oh, that's not good.
what are you doing? And like a mechanic boyfriend who used to beat her up and stuff like that.
Oh, it's so sad.
Yeah, you know. And
How was the tits, though?
but she was gorgeous.
I didn't know that.
Look at tunnel vision. I'm all tunnel vision here.
There's a couple of times I said, how do I get these kids out of here? Like, I got to get them out of here. You know, like, I got to save them.
Yeah.
Or, you know, do something.
I wish Foley was here. He got a great story about him trying to save somebody once he was high on drugs.
Oh, yeah. No, you see, that's the other thing. When you're on heroin, it's not a good... You shouldn't save 7-year-old girl twins on heroin.
I'm not going to tell him. He'll come back up one day. But he has great fucking story.
That show. Joe, what's your plug?
Center City Comedy. I can't remember the name of the club.
We're delirious.
Come on,
We're actually delirious.
Where's the New York Comedy Club? I forget.
That is to say, Chris, by the way, tries to be so cool with
I don't know where that is.
Can't on fire, whatever.
Yeah, my Twitter is 624 Cotton 7.
Why don't you just wear blackface? Jesus. Easy, Al Jolson.
Follow me on Twitter at the Joe Matarese. Check out Fixing Joe podcast on iTunes or wherever you listen to podcasts. And joematarese.com, and come and see me at March 13th and 14th. I'll be at the Comedy Connection in Providence, Rhode Island.
We're going to sell those out, baby.
All right.
Gunner should at least show up to that. If I drive him.
I feel like everybody's scared. At Cotton215 on Twitter and Instagram. Center City Comedy. Fuck yeah. Center City Comedy.
I used to have $10 million. Insane self-destruction. The self-destruction is insane. Oh, my God.
Go, Chris, go.
CenterCityComedy.com, Center City Comedy Podcast. Oh, fuck it. But it's going to be too late for this by the time it's released. But Marina Franklin tonight in New York Comedy Club. And see you at the Borgata.
I think Marina was last night, wasn't he? We have to be at the Borgata in a half an hour.
See y'all down there. We're gonna
Tim Sullivan's already there.
We're going to hang out, man.
Guys, all right, listen. This show's over, but I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to talk to my accountant. If I'm worth, I have a certain number in mind. If I'm worth a certain number, this will be the last show. I'm kidding. I need to do this for me. No, I'll be Artie Quitter and tell your friends. And, listen, this was a lot of fun. Don't let the last 20 minutes fool you. I can be very positive.
I'm not going to let him quit, y'all. I'm not going to let him quit.
Yeah, and, I have a 300-pound black man who's my motivational speaker. But I'll be at the Borgata tomorrow with these guys. Sold out. How about hearing this on Valentine's Day? That's got to be fucking great.
Oh, that's going to be good.
Talk about tearing your guts out. How many chicks are coming to see us tomorrow for Valentine's Day that are miserable that they're going? Like, what does a guy have to do to talk a chick into seeing me do stand-up on Valentine's Day? It might be the worst thing to do on Valentine's Day. What's worse?
My wife's friends came to our one show in Glenside, PA, and his wife loved it.
Valentine's Day?
Loved you.
But it's not Valentine's Day.
It wasn't on Valentine's Day.
But that's what I'm saying.
Girls like your comedy.
Really?
I know Valentine's Day, though. Is he a Valentine's Day comic?
Huh?
Is he a Valentine's Day comic, though? What?
I got
I think they know what they're coming to see. They're in like a cool relationship. It's not some guy that's like, come and see this, and she doesn't know who Artie is.
Yeah, you got to do two things, though. This is one of the things where she's like, well, you could do something for you. We'll go see Artie. And then they're like,
every time I say cunt, someone gets engaged. Okay, Artie Quitter. Remember, you can't meet Sinatra if he's wearing the bag. Thanks to Ala Abdelnabi, who we talked to in March. And, listen. Again, I can be a little gloom and doom, dark. It's not all about comedy. I'm a deep person. Don't use me I'm not a clown. Sometimes I vent my frustration. I have an empty life.
Jesus
Joe,
Christ.
I don't want you to hear this, Joe, but I got 2 spots at the stand. And that's it. All right. Where else? Cobb's in San Francisco. We're going to San Francisco just in time for a measles outbreak.
That's a good time to go.
And hopefully in San Francisco I will start a gay relationship with a man.
Tan Filato.
Yeah. All right. Peace out. Cotton 215.